It's the OHNO Radio Show.
You ever notice that lizards take massive shits for their size? That's right. We are back again. This is the OHNO Radio Show.
Oh, no.
With a very, very eclectic crew tonight, I may add. Guys, if this is your first time listening, welcome, one and all. I am your captain of this shit ship and host of this thing we call the OHNO Radio Show.
Oh, really? Is that you? Because I heard someone else was claiming
to be a captain
they were
of a shit ship?
captain of a shit ship.
Yeah, I might have heard that too. Along with me, as you can hear, is my good friend Mikey B.
Hello, my captain.
You're looking good tonight in your ramen shirt.
I just got a haircut.
You do. I can tell. I like it.
I got the one.
I like to call it the stylish Hitler.
Yes.
I'm
a most stylish Hitler.
The stylish Hitler. Along with Mikey B is the other B in the place. B.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, Janine is here, everybody. How's it going, Janine?
Hello, everybody.
Welcome. Thank you for stopping in and filling in Ty's seat. Ty does look a bit different.
It's a big chair to fill. Let me tell you, I feel quite tiny most of the time in business chairs, but I feel much smaller.
Isn't it actually kind of surprising how he can fit into this
I don't know
area?
where it goes.
No.
I don't understand.
It's
his
those
legs
long legs.
stick out
He's
so
some
far
sort of
from
like
under that
transformer, like just kind of...
And along with Janine and Mikey B and myself, our good friend John Hannan.
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 You add an
Hannan.
Hey, what's Hannan?
Funny to informing, another local podcast here in Orlando is here with us as well. Thank you for joining us, John, man. It's awesome to have you in.
Thank you, gentlemen and lady. It's good to see you. And this is the first time we're meeting, but I'm going to enjoy myself. This is a great little setup you got here.
Thank you very much. It gets a little warm, unfortunately, so we got to keep the fan going, which, you may or may not hear, but...
It's what the cool drinks are for.
Exactly.
And it's got a wood roof.
It does.
Yeah, I got
I
candies
love the
on my
wood
lap.
roof.
Oh, yeah. Did you get the Candy Patrol? What came by and deposited
Candy
for you?
Patrol always comes around.
Candy Patrol.
It's interesting because I like to wait until I ask somebody a question. I'll wait until I just watch them to put their candy in their mouth, and then I ask them a question.
Every week he does it to me.
The timing.
He waits.
Well, you don't really stop eating the candy the whole show, so
Never.
it's
I
kind of
eat
hard to ask
constantly.
you anything.
Mike B talks with candy in his mouth no matter what.
Yeah,
Yep.
podcast or not.
Zero prejudice. If you ask him a question, he has food in his mouth. What?
We like to try and make podcasting more difficult. Like it's already
It's
difficult.
what separates us
Yeah.
from the other podcasts.
That's what makes
You know
us-
what, though? It's a little third dimensional, though. You kind of feel like you're in the podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Too much. Yeah, too much.
Inception.
Too much, but...
Guys, it's been an interesting week for me. I know we never really even got to talk about it last week, but Mikey B, you actually had quite an awful last week with your tooths.
Yeah.
How's the tooth situation going on? And give us a Mikey B tooth update.
Tooth update, 2018. It's doing a lot better. I did a cycle of antibiotics that I didn't all the way do because
does anybody ever actually finish?
Yeah, once it stopped hurting, fuck it. Like I'm just horrible with routine and like keeping habits.
I do the same.
Like every morning is just all right. What am I gonna wake up? Like I have a little bit. I wake up, I immediately go poop. I have to immediately evacuate as soon as I wake up.
That's me too.
Then I go out, and even though I'm, vaping now, I still go out to the back porch, vape a little bit every now and then.
It's like, ooh, hit you.
Yeah, boom.
Oh, time to do.
Gotta poop.
got a Mikey B's office.
Yeah, but now I can just, because I'm vaping, just immediately wake up, go to the bathroom, and just vape and poop.
All right.
Oh.
I don't know how that applies at all to you and your tooths or whatever, but
But yeah, tooth doing way better, way better. No pain.
you haven't had it removed yet, then.
No,
That's
'cause-
coming.
Yeah, because it was basically like, hey, we're not gonna pull that with it being infected. So
You know what? I've had like women who have had children tell me that tooth pain is worse than giving birth. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
I can,
it's up in your face. It's like it's immobilizing.
You can't concentrate on anything if you've got
Yeah.
tooth pain. It goes to your head. Your whole head is cloudy. Our good buddy who used to be on the show, Duncan, just had a couple teeth removed himself. He had a couple of extractions. So if he can make it through, and he has a, like I'm sure me and you do, I know I do, but he has a tremendous fear of dentists.
Yeah.
And so
Like,
if he can get through that shit,
The 4 teeth I have right here are all are fake.
fakies.
Yeah.
Can you pop them out or yours?
No.
Yeah, he had the one that was the
partial retainer.
You gotta kind of clip it in, clip it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
he's since had them redone where he's got like posts.
Permanent.
You have to get like posts put in, and
Yeah.
I have another.
That's
I have
more
a-
than likely what I'm gonna have to,
Yeah.
because I've got a couple broken ones in there, so they're probably gonna salvage what they can and put posts in and get me fake teeth.
So like a treasure hunt in your mouth.
Yes.
Oh.
You know what they do though?
Salvage the rack and see.
Yeah.
In some cases, they actually use. My neighbor had this done. He had to have full dentures,
like oral
full,
surgery.
I guess full dental implants. So
Yeah.
it's like the whole mouth, and they do it like kind of a bit at a time. So it's not like you're like a gummy bear, like
Yeah, it's
for a while.
tolerable. So
All
you
you
can
can
actually
eat
be
is gummy bears.
Yeah.
Gums McGee.
I don't think you can eat gummy bears ever again after this. But no, they use cow bone, so that the cow bone fuses with your regular bone, and then that's what starts the
Yes.
tooth. That's what starts the post, so that they can then put.
Graft like the
Yeah.
dental implant on
The
it.
problem is what my coworker was telling me, who works in dental. She said when you don't have anything in your jawbone, that's what the deterioration of your bone starts to do. So they want to do like dental posts and things like that,
Right.
because you can keep the integrity of your jawbone, which is, reduces all sorts of health risks.
I mean,
I hear you.
well, and what sucks about
Et
it the
cetera, et
most
cetera.
is, and maybe this is just me, but I deal with the pain, and then if the pain goes away, I ignore it.
Yeah.
Only when it's like
Yep.
24/7 nonstop. That's the only way
Yep.
I'll go to the dentist.
I'm like, it's not that bad. It's tolerable pain.
Yeah.
And
Until you're down in like 5 or 6 Advil, and you're like, "Ooh, this is kind of touching it."
yeah.
or 10 beers a night. Wait, that's regular night.
Okay, so what's wrong with your mouth? I thought that was Thursday.
what's-
It's been killing me for years, Mikey. That's the real secret. It's the real secret.
I mean, I've tried to take shots of liquor just to subside tooth pain before, so it's
You were there recently.
Yeah, I was drinking on whiskey just to like numb up my
Isn't
mouth.
that why you missed the show the one week?
Yeah.
oh no.
My tooth was really getting on me, and I drank a bunch of whiskey to like get it to cool off. And by the time it cooled off, I was to pass out drunk.
Yeah.
So,
But
as
no
we-
pain.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm
but
good.
no pain.
Can't feel
But no
no
pain.
pain.
Can't feel anything.
Yeah.
But
Wake up at 1:30 in the morning.
it's nice, like I said before, to have John in. He's a funny to informing podcast. I like to get plugs right out of the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
So, do you call it funny to informing podcast or show, or how do you like it responded to?
Well, I just say podcast, but the title's just funny to informing. And
Gotcha.
It's the easiest thing to find. You could just Google that and it'll pop right up.
What's that all about, John?
It's I do the show with Chris Coleman. He's also known as Pizza Peisenberg, in the scene of Orlando.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Tom and Dan, you'll be familiar with Pizza Peisenberg.
Yeah, and so I do the show with him, and we kind of look to find the joke first when we do the show, whatever we decide to talk about. But that's why funny comes first. Otherwise, it would be informing to funny, and that doesn't work. And then we try to get bits of information, or if it happens while we're trying to be funny, it's all gravy. But me and him kind of have a perfect contrast where he's so funny. Coleman,
he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he makes me laugh. And so when I do the show with him, I kind of try to keep the structure.
You're the straight man.
Yeah, and I like to gather information and expel, try to educate others as best as I can with what I've learned, or so and his jokes.
So you'll have a general topic that you want to discuss for the whole episode. You'll have jokes about the topic first and foremost, and then you'll divulge into actual more informative talk about said thing.
Yeah, and
give us a topic. Like, give us an example.
Recently we had on this lady. Her name's Brittany Stinson, and she transitioned from a man to a woman. So we did a segment. Our first segment was talking about making the transition. We got a little personal with her her life. Like we were trying to figure out where she was at mentally when she was going through everything, and we as we're asking her questions, just Coleman being his own funny self, and sometimes it's like even so simple to where it's like I'll just fuck up saying something, or I'll say it in a weird way, or like, oh, that didn't come out right, and he's so quick to make me regret that.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So but it works out.
I wouldn't know anything about
that. Know anything about that. Oh, fuck off. You do it to me just as much as I do it to you. Guys, if you do want to give us a call, by the way, you can give us a ring at 407-906-6466. Phone lines are open. Like I said, 407-906-6466.
Hail Satan.
That number is always open as well for you to leave us voicemails. No voicemails this week because no one loves us.
How don't you love us?
Probably because most people think we've disappeared, seeing as though Apple Podcasts have deleted our feed from iTunes.
Apple Podcasts?
I don't. You know what? Because that's the app that I use to listen to my shows, and I don't know
awful.
what's going on with yours. Yeah,
and it must be just them because Podcast Addict picks it up perfectly fine.
I think what has happened is I've not to brag, but we've been a show for quite a long time. So the process that we went through seriously 9 years ago when we submitted our show, to iTunes is vastly different than what it is now.
Yeah, didn't they just update a bunch of stuff?
And they updated all their terms
recently?
and service. They've updated the whole way that you even submit a podcast now to iTunes.
When was the last time you sincerely read an update to your service?
Yeah,
no one does.
I can't scroll fast enough to. I agree.
You'd have to have. I don't have that sort of time in my day.
I love it. Like someone calculated one of them one time, and they're like, it would take you 24 work days to read all of it. I'm like, I'll take 24 work days to read it. You want me to read that? I'll read it.
Well, we were talking on a previous episode not too long ago on our Patreon. By the way, patreon.com/ONRS if you want to support us. But we were saying,
send us your dollars.
Send us your dollars because that's how you keep this thing afloat.
Dollar bills, yo.
But we were thinking because we can write our own terms of service on there.
Okay.
And so we can add things and we can remove things. And so we're thinking of just adding a few sneakies in there just to see if people, I
can come to your house and just hang out.
Yeah, by joining our Patreon, Mikey B can come to your house at any time, any place. By the way, we will have your address. And
I will.
Actually, no, we don't. We don't get any of
the
addresses.
We'll come and drink your beer.
Yeah. We were talking now, obviously, John has another podcast. We're talking about podcasts, and
I haven't been around for the years you have, though.
No. Again, like the Apple thing is crazy. Like it's a real blow to us because that's again how most people find us.
Yeah,
and I spent
what's the customer service?
Well, I was on the phone for about an hour today, and you find something that's like slightly related to what the topic is, what the issue is, but you can never find the exact thing. So I finally got him on the phone. I found a number, and they were super nice, but I got transferred 3 times.
Yep.
That's not our department. This is another department. By the time they think they figured out the department that this belongs, what web it belongs under.
Oh, this is my life every day.
She tells me that, I'm sorry, we only deal with the content creators that upload things to iTunes, like your books and your music, your artists. A podcast doesn't have its own division or
Jeez,
number
yeah.
yet.
You think those-
Why the hell not?
Seriously, why the hell not? They only respond through emails. But I was able to get a very specific email.
Okay, at least you got the specific email. So
I went forward from there, and they have actually been responding with me. And
Ooh, that's
yeah,
pretty fast.
within
Have
a
you,
couple hours too.
That's
So,
nice.
so the process I think is on the way to getting fixed. Just bear with us if you can't get our show on iTunes right away or Apple Podcasts. It will be there. I'm gonna try and make it happen this weekend. So
I was calling somebody for work the other day, got about 3 menus deep, and went for the 4th deep menu, and the audio recording said, "Please visit us at our website at blah blah blah," blah. And I'm like, and then hung up, and then hung up.
Fuck
I'm like,
you.
What? Why?
makes
Why
your-
would you make me go 4 menus deep to just tell me to go to your website?
makes my blood boil.
I couldn't believe it. I was so defeated. I had to like go do other stuff and then come back to make this
Do you
phone
think
call.
when they keep transferring you that they're communicating with each other like, yo, I'm gonna send you this
Yes.
asshole, like listen to how he sounds, and then
Oh,
they're just
depending
send
on
him
if
to
you're
4.
recorded or not, you
know
can't
they're-
really.
You know they're listening.
Send
You
him
know
to
they
There's-
are.
4.
there's
Send him
code.
to the website recording. Send him to the website.
yeah, they're playing games. They're playing games.
Call center
You
games.
can't. Certain places you can't just cold transfer is what they call it. So like, if that person got you on the phone line, they would have to then introduce you to the person they were transferring you to.
Right.
So like, they would have to come on the line and be like, "Hi, Owen, are you there?"
yeah.
Oh,
I
great!
hear
Thanks so much for holding. I'm gonna go ahead and get you connected to Mike B. Mike B, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
here.
great, Mike B. I'm gonna go ahead and get you connected to. Oh,
Oh.
That is a perfect transfer right there.
Janine, you connect
She's done
me up.
this before. She's definitely
No,
done
but
this.
what you don't hear is when she rings me up, she goes, Mike B, we have somebody on the line for you. I'm like, it is 4:55 on Friday. What the fuck are you doing right now?
Exactly.
Why are you doing this to me? I thought we were friends.
that's why there's a mute button.
Uh-huh.
It's so easy just to send them off to the next person.
And that's what they do. I think they just get tired of you. And the
Janine's,
more
Janine's already putting on her coat, like with her headset on, like, yeah, Mike B, sorry, it's just the call that came through.
Standing
I
up,
don't know
keys
how's it
in
going.
hand.
she's
I'm
got her
hearing-
headset, it's coming off, and now it's off.
I'm hearing her keys rattle, like somebody's like, Janine, see you at Chillers?
You can hear her car just go click, click as she hits the button.
That really like not quiet whisper. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I'll meet you in the parking lot.
Hi there. Yeah, are you ready for the? Are you ready?
We were talking about Tom and Dan, or we mentioned them earlier. Our sponsors and friends, Tom and Dan.
Yeah.
Earlier. By the way, become a BDM. It's great stuff.
Good stuff. It's good coupons at the very least.
Very least, and good community, good people.
The hookups
Fantastic.
page.
There's an ad that'll play, whatever.
Touch the old tips.
But it's more the reason that we have to bring these guys up, because apparently Dan, my friend, I thought
All of our friends.
is stealing one of my monikers now. Like, you can steal a lot from me.
Oh,
You
is he the
can-
captain of the shit ship?
Oh, it was used on their
Shark
Week episode.
A good old captain of the shit ship, and don't think me and Mikey
There's
did not
lots of-
notice that.
Running out of material, eh?
Heard that somewhere, have we?
There's a lot of shit ships out there, though. To be fair.
There's no shit ship like this shit
No,
ship.
that is
Yeah.
so very true. So
And-
very true.
and this one has claimed that moniker for a long, long time. So
If you want
How
a pod
true.
more mediocre time, you got it. We're ready.
yeah, just don't cancel the check that you send me for your advertising. That's all. I already cashed it. Already good.
Cashed it.
Good go.
Hashtag busted.
That's like a PS. Love you.
Yeah. P.S. Love you. That is exactly what that is. Oh shit. Do we have a
Hello.
call? Do we have a call? Unknown.
Is that your
caller.
ringer?
If this
That's
is Dan,
Skype.
it's gonna be
Oh
great.
my God.
Welcome to the OHNO Radio Show. Who's calling?
This is Jeremiah.
Hi, Jeremiah. What's going on?
Hi, am I on the air right now?
Yes, you are on air.
If he Baba Booey's us, I'm gonna be pissed.
What's the reason for the call, Jeremiah?
I would like to talk about a loss of a celebrity that we had last month, and I would like to run it down for you and tell you about your thoughts about it.
I would love to hear it.
Let's hear about
Let's go.
this.
What celebrity are we referring to?
Okay, so on June 18th, there's a really famous rapper called XXXTentacion.
Oh.
And he died in a drive-by shooting, and he got $50,000 stole out of his Louis Vuitton bag.
Oh, okay.
And
Stolen,
and
Jeremiah.
there was four kids. It's kind of like the Tupac shooting, but it was
Except for
like they
Tupac
keep-
was talented, and this dude was a fucking SoundCloud rapper hack.
Oh, come on.
Now, Mikey. Let's hear what Jeremiah has to say. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Jeremiah.
Look,
Mikey was being rude.
I wouldn't say he's a SoundCloud rapper, okay?
That's fair.
He has like millions of fans and stuff.
How did you find out? What was his name again? Because I don't know about this guy. What was his name? I want to YouTube him real quick.
Yeah, I legit have never heard.
Tentacion.
Do you guys know?
Turn your radio down,
I
Jeremiah.
am. I'm familiar with the story. Yeah, he got shot in his car. He of rappers that are available on SoundCloud. He was probably one of the better ones, but you know, this SoundCloud rapping thing is like a whole new phase, and it's XXX
XXX
TEN.
Extension. That
Yep.
first. Okay. All right. I'm looking him up right now. I want to hear one of his tracks before we keep talking.
I
All
can
right.
read you one of his song lyrics.
Okay. Let me hear the lyric.
Okay, let me just look them up right now.
That's okay. I'll play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play one of his tracks right now. This one's called "Sad!" Exclamation point.
Okay.
I'm like, bitch, who is your man's? Can't keep my ticket, my face.
Jeremiah, how old are you, sir?
Jeremiah.
How old
Did
are
you
you,
just
bud?
want to read that lyric?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Did you call just to read that lyric? Is that what you did?
Jeremiah.
No, I didn't. No, I was really coming to talk about his death.
Your name is a
What's-
biblical
okay.
name.
All right, let's listen because I've actually legitimately never heard his music.
Yeah, I want to
I'm not
hear his
gonna-
music. I pulled up one of his songs. Let me hear this real quick, okay, bud?
Okay.
All right, it's got one of these long ass rap intros. You know how they are.
76 million
Oh, God
views.
Damn. Is it gonna play the music? All right, we gotta. Here we go.
You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah.
These kids love it.
Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide.
He hung up.
Okay.
He hung up.
No, but that's
He couldn't
he-
stand
all
up
he
for
wanted-
this trash rapper.
that's not rapping. That was
Yeah,
not
I mean,
rapping.
I don't really.
It's mumble crap.
This is what you get when you're nice to kids. This is what you get when you're nice to kids.
That was like pop. That was not rap. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
This kid's this guy essentially just fucked with us, I think.
No, but I did hear the story. He did die. This guy got shot.
Isn't
Yeah.
there like
Extent.
is
Yeah.
it like a controversy? Like, wasn't he a not great person or something?
He was like, very shady. But people question whether or not he even died. That's why I think he was relating it to Tupac. Is
Gotcha.
because there's like one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's like
now.
one
I'm
video.
like, where?
He like because people got video of him like sitting in his car dead, you know, and the one video he has like pants on, and then the other video in the same car, like the same amount of dead, he has shorts on. So it's kind of like, well, how did he wardrobe change? Like, how did that happen?
Post-mortem
Yeah.
wardrobe.
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe they rolled him for his clothes and took off his pants, and he had gym shorts under it.
Laundry day?
Ah,
Is
yeah.
that what you wear on laundry day when you don't have any underwear left under your pants?
this is just proof that I don't know what the kids are into. Obviously.
Oh, I have.
No,
That kid Jeremiah was a troll punk.
He sounded
And
young.
I hope you know that.
I wanted
Oh, he's
to.
calling again.
Jeremiah, you want to call back, you troll punk?
Oh yeah. Is this Jeremiah?
And turn your radio down, kid.
Who's calling?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, what's up? How's it going? It's OHNO Radio Show. What do you want?
Oh, you just gonna talk to me like that? Just gonna
Whoa.
straight
Yes,
up
I
come
did.
up and
Yes, I
say, what
did.
do you want?
Yes,
like,
I
you don't
did.
even know who I am, bro.
Yes, I do.
Jeremiah,
Yep.
I'm gonna
you
tell
did.
you.
It doesn't matter because you're 13, and it
Jeremiah, I'm gonna
That's
tell you.
all that
I'm gonna tell
matters.
you right now. Your name is a very biblical name,
And
you
also
reading
an
those,
ice cream shop.
Yeah.
You punk ass.
and you reading those lyrics is very unholy of you. And I'm just gonna
Jeremiah's
say
is-
that.
Jeremiah's
You
very nice.
disgrace the fine ice creamery that is Jeremiah's with your actions.
It's okay. One day Jeremiah is gonna have his own like terrible network where he's gonna have terrible shows on it, and he's gonna keep pumping the rappers, and he's gonna troll people and get trolled himself.
Yeah.
So what's a
You'll feel like
good
what it's like then, kid.
SoundCloud rapper?
Is that a thing?
That would have been
That
it.
is a thing, yes.
so?
What,
What do
no
you
good
get
SoundCloud
with that?
rapper?
Like just
Oh, no, no,
promo?
no.
Extremism, face tats, usually something over the top. Like,
But like, who's paying him money to do those things?
I don't know.
Just these kids who have access to credit cards because their parents are delinquent parents.
right? 'Cause
Exactly.
Like Jeremiah's parents, you soft punk.
on SoundCloud, the music is streamed. So isn't it free, or do you have to pay for any SoundCloud access?
I think they have a
Like a
Some
premium
probably.
monetization, a
size.
premium.
Oh,
That,
okay,
That
'cause-
gets. I don't know how they do it these
I think you can
days.
only. I think they probably do it by storage limitation. Like you could, the free accounts get
Yeah.
X amount of storage, so you have to like update and then delete, update, delete. I don't know.
I even
don't
think
know
that there's
because
almost a
SoundCloud
certain
is-
amount of listens that you can have without. It's almost like a Spotify-ish type thing, or there's ads, or there's some monetization in the free
'cause
version.
if you're trying to put your stuff out on SoundCloud, I was trying to figure out how they would make money if everybody's streaming it just for free on.
I
don't know.
guess I don't know. Maybe it's just exposure.
That's tough.
Yeah. I said at the top of the show, though, before anything, that lizards take way bigger shits than they really should,
Ew.
and it's odd. Like I thought, like, is there a bird been hopping around? I'm like, no, I saw the lizard do it the other day, and it's not that big of a lizard, but
But it's a big old.
it's a
lizard
big
shit.
old lizard shit, and I'm talking like. I mean, what would you say the average lizard is? Like 4 inches?
4 to 5, maybe 4.5 inches.
All right.
Yeah.
And
So-
technically, they're called anoles.
Okay, those are the green ones, I believe.
Those are most of them.
No.
No,
There are
it's-
geckos out there and some stuff
okay,
like that.
yeah, no, there's
Skinks.
geckos, but the lizards. You're talking about the ones that have the the neck thing.
That's
that-
the male ones.
right. That's
Yeah.
the male ones. There are just like plain green ones, but they're not. No, crunch that peanut M&M. Do it. No, do it.
I don't know. I'm just saying. like,
Peanut M&M.
I think the
Well, like-
chocolate is melting on my lap. I haven't touched a single one.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
But-
yeah. It's
but you-
prime bug season.
But
though.
yeah, you get. So you have like a 4.5 inch, lizard.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
tail-
That
that's
lizard
tail
will-
included.
That
1 inch
lizard will take a good solid inch poop.
It's
I
long
don't-
poop.
I don't know that many
Oh.
animals can fuck with that, like the poop to size ratio.
Is it girthy?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
for the size of a lizard, I would say that it's very girthy. It's,
Ooh.
If
I mean-
there were lizard toilets, this would be a down the pipe.
yes,
Clogger.
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Clogger logger.
Like, and I've taken some big ones in my day where I'm just like, whoa, that shouldn't have come out of me.
Yeah.
But never like 25% of my body mass.
Yeah.
And
Or
that's what
length,
these things
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
do. You know, like
Lizard's
this-
got a turd.
Do we have to have like a healthy BM talk about like what you guys should be experiencing for your daily BMs? Because you should be shitting a fair amount if you're eating a fair amount.
Oh, I shit a fair amount.
okay.
I shit a
All
lot.
the damn time.
Yeah, all the time.
So
No.
regular.
Sir, no, sir, you are a totally different story.
She's good.
I mean, it might be beer shits half the time, but I'm shitting a lot, and pretty much every time I eat, it's like 2 hours. And I'm like, yeah,
Really?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
time to rush it.
Your
Rush it out of there. I don't care if it's correct. It's efficient.
Your ass doesn't get numb when you're like after like a half hour. My ass starts to get numb, and I'm like, oh boy. And then I start to try to like move my legs around while I'm sitting there.
Oh, I am notorious for a fall asleep. Like my legs fall asleep, and then
You get that John Wayne walk when you come out of the
You
bathroom.
gotta like slap them to wake them up a little bit.
Well, and then you when you stand up, they're not asleep. But like I stand up and go to like then pull my pants up, and it's like, oh, I get wobbly legged, and I look like a freshly born deer. I'm like holding the towel rack.
I do like a good freshly born deer. They look dumb, don't they?
They wobble around.
Oh.
They got those stick legs.
Like, look at you, you drunk deer.
Moving sideways.
Like I saw an elephant get born the other day on Facebook. I was like, cute elephant, but it's all stupid and like fucking like
Barely knows anything.
Yeah, you don't know nothing.
It's already fat.
It's already. How do you come out like that? How are you gonna come out?
Oh,
like
imagine like a little hippo. Those guys are pudgy as hell.
that? Yes, they are.
Oh my god.
Little chubby hippo baby.
I did watch a couple movies this past week.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
my latest thing I like to do because I'm never like up on the movies. I watch the movies from like 2 years ago where it's like super big hits, and then I bring people up to speed on my opinion of a movie that they saw from 3 years
Forever
ago.
ago.
So you're talking about newer ones now?
Yeah. Well, this one's Hatefull 8, the Quentin Tarantino flick.
Okay.
I never
yeah.
actually saw
I
it.
do. I've seen
Have
it
you seen
multiple
it?
times.
Okay. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You?
Yes.
Yeah. So okay,
Yep.
everybody in the room seen Hatefull 8. I did enjoy the film. I thought it was maybe 15, 20 minutes a little too long.
It's a long. It's a stretch.
Let's discuss how long the film actually is, and you're like, it's 15 to 20 minutes too long.
I know,
it's like
right?
over 2 hours long, right?
It's a 2 hour and 45-minute film.
It's almost
It's
3
almost 3
hours
hours.
of your attention span.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're gonna need a break in between there.
It's a long time.
It's a long movie,
There
but
was-
I love
yeah.
it. Oh my gosh,
No.
it's ridiculous.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite Tarantino film by any
No.
means, but it was smart. It was well done. I did appreciate it, and I'll say
Chocked full of star power.
it has one of the scariest scenes in all of movies to date.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah?
wait, which
Yeah.
scene are you talking about?
You'll know it.
Sammy
here.
J?
Oh, Sammy J in
Oh,
this motherfucker.
Good God.
When he's talking to the old general in the thing, and he's like, "I knew your son. I was the last person to see your son alive. In fact, I killed him. See what I did with your son is I made him strip down to his bare nothings in like the middle of nowhere in the snow, and he's got all he had was his boots on. Actually, did he even have his boots on? I can't remember. I think he might have had his boots on.
I think because it was cold, he kept his boots
I think he
on.
kept his boots. I think he let him keep his boots on. Now, I still think, like, in the grand scheme of the film, if you really follow it all, like, obviously this didn't really happen. The Samuel L. Jackson, his character, is saying this to get a rise out of
Yeah.
another character.
Yeah.
Old
uh,
racist general.
Yeah. But then he's like, you know what I had him do? Had him suck my big black dick, and he's with my big black, and his mouth was warm, and it felt good.
Yeah.
And that is honestly Owens' idea of a nightmare. First off, I hate being cold, so being in the snow with no clothes, like that's
it'd be
no
horrible.
fun. And second, I gotta suck a big old Samuel L. Jackson dick. Like that ain't no fun.
Forcibly.
And they went on in the movie. They went on for like
And
10
then-
mined talking about it.
And then he still got shot.
Yeah, they made it explicit.
And he still killed him.
Oh, yeah.
After he got his, blowjob.
Ain't that a bitch?
Could have like beheaded him or something and fucked the head and did it post-mortem so that he didn't have to.
Is that better, John? Is that better? I don't know that that's better.
Well, dying anyway. I might as well not.
I guess if a black man was going to fuck my face, I would rather be dead
Yes.
than be alive. So
Yes.
You do
Now.
actually side with him on that
I
one.
do. In retrospect.
Now that we've explained it, I'm on board.
Okay.
I
Fair.
do. I love the absurdity that Quentin Tarantino goes to like show his point. One of like my favorite monologues is Lucy Liu in Kill Bill when she's the head.
I couldn't get into Kill Bill.
They're
What?
like my favesies.
Yeah, Kill Bill is solid.
When I got like nothing else to watch and I'm like, yeah, I need to like put something on and like do some things. 1 and 2 on.
Yeah,
It's like a solid 4 hours of my time.
at
just-
least.
I still think Pulp Fiction's my favorite.
Well,
Oh,
it's
no, yeah.
soundtrack. Let me tell you, it's soundtrack. You
That
know the
helps.
hits.
Yeah.
You know the cues to the movie based on what he's playing and stuff like that. He's a fantastic storyteller. Period.
But Jackie Brown's my favorite Quentin Tarantino film.
Yeah.
Is it?
Talk about soundtrack.
Yeah.
Delphonics. Give me a break here.
I don't know. Pulp Fiction. I think that would be my favorite Tarantino. Or have you seen Four Rooms?
Yeah, I would say
Oh,
Four Rooms
Four
is
Rooms.
really good.
Four Rooms is really good.
Gotta
But
hit-
not all that is in doesn't. Some of those aren't written explicitly by Tarantino. Only the final one wasn't it? Or was? I thought it was a couple different people came together to write that.
You know what? I think you're right.
And Tarantino just had the last sequence.
Yeah.
like,
Because
the biggest
doesn't
and last.
he like limits his writing to movies, right? He's like very artistic about like.
I don't know that he's ever really written much.
Because hasn't he said like he's only doing like 1 or 2 more movies or something?
Well, this was the
Yeah, yeah.
This was the 8th film, so you got to figure. I think he said he's going to make the 10.
Okay.
Then we
So
done.
he's
I'll believe it when I see it. I think he likes making
Retiring.
movies too much to quit.
He's
but
getting old and kind of looks kind of gross now.
He already looked freaky, and now he's
He's
getting
always-
crazier looking.
he's very eccentric and has always been.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember how Tarantino got his like start in general, of course, with writing True Romance. Like without any of that, there would be no Tarantino films. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I appreciated about when
what I'm saying is he's always going to be more of a writer, like
for sure.
and than he is like even a director. Like his style is in the writing first.
His legend remains in writing as opposed to
directing.
Yeah,
I would say so.
Because some people focus on how it's like going to come off to the viewers, and then I feel like Tarantino more worries about the story itself.
Yeah.
But, what was I going to say? He the one thing I appreciate about him is that he kind of like uses the same actors. Like he has like this tight niche group that Uma Thurman, or it'll be Samuel Jackson. Or,
It is nice to kind of see those different uses of the same
It's
actor.
like
and
it's like his troupe of
Yeah,
actors. Kind of how like
It's an Apatow.
Yeah, like
How Apatow
Uptown.
has his whole crowd, his stable.
He does. That might be a new thing for us with our movie game is recast a movie in the style of Quentin Tarantino with a Quentin
Tarantino
Tarantino
film.
Oh.
cast. That's actually not a terrible idea at
No.
all.
We need to find like these movie these movie companies, like a Sandler. You could do it with
Sure.
like we could Sandler films, like have
Yep.
Spade and
do that.
Rob Schneider.
100%. That other fat guy that's not Chris Farley.
Kevin James.
Kevin James that no one likes.
Yeah.
That's it. No, you know
Paul
what?
Blart.
That other fat guy.
Instead of
that
Kevin
nobody
James,
likes.
I like not Chris Farley way better for his name.
Because that is him.
You know what?
Like, in every one of those
He's
movies.
new Farley, yeah.
Yeah.
Describing someone as not a celebrity name is the easiest way to figure out like how you can. Okay, be
Like if
all right.
like your girlfriend's like that guy at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, not that guy. Okay. The not
other-
Chris Hemsworth guy.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
That guy.
I know
Yeah.
that guy.
Our next door neighbor for the longest time was not Christopher Maloney from Law and Order,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
but he was way crazier than anyone should have been. But he was like so nice, and I'm just like, I don't know, Law and Order, you're suspicious. I don't.
Yeah. You know Christopher Maloney? Yeah, not him.
Not him. It's not him though. Looks like him. Not him.
Not him.
Not him.
Another movie I did see, and this is an oldie, but a real baddie. Jaws 3, my friend. I have never seen Jaws 3 until the other day. It was
Is
Shark
that the
Week.
one at SeaWorld?
It's at SeaWorld. It's Shark. It was Shark Week, and Discovery. Discovery Channel was playing it.
Yep.
On
Because what else are they gonna play?
yeah, it's Jaws 3 time,
Yeah.
I guess. The two main things that made me laugh about the film, well, 3, I guess, because yeah, you're right. It's all at SeaWorld
Yeah.
Orlando. It's all here, and so you can see like even the park has changed since whenever the fuck that movie
When
was
was
made.
that? Yeah.
I'll look it up.
90?
But no, it's 80s. It's got to
Late
be
80s, early 90s, maybe.
Jaws 3. It's probably like
Gotta
I'm gonna say
84.
91.
I'm gonna go 84.
I'm going high, 91.
1983.
Oh.
1983.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was terrible, but apart from the fact that it's all the things that you know, like SeaWorld, and just like little things that you can recognize, the park hasn't changed that much. Dennis Quaid's in it. Dennis Quaid chain smokes through the whole movie, and he's supposed to be like kind of an athletic, like he's one of the trainer dudes, like at the
Chain
SeaWorld,
smoking.
just chain smoking at SeaWorld.
I want him to
Can't do that now, by the way.
I want him to do like the Shamu where he lifts off, where like Shamu jumps
And
and
he's
he
Smoking
gets
a
up there,
Yeah.
lights his cigarette, and like takes like a big drag and jumps off and like.
Or he's just hanging out with one of the dolphins, like putting it in his blowhole. Like,
Oh, yeah.
That's Smokey the Dolphin. Everyone applaud.
and Smokey goes underwater. He comes out, does a flip, and he does a flip, and there's a smoke circle as he does his flip.
He's blowing smoke rings.
Yeah, blowing smoke rings and shit. I'd
A
watch.
call?
Is that it's
Oh,
Is that
can,
Jeremiah?
can I answer it?
what's that coming through? It's weird.
That is the weirdest ringer. I'm sorry, dude. That is.
Do-do-do.
No, I'm not answering that.
No.
Please call back later.
Please call back later.
Sorry, Jeremiah.
Unless
you,
you're Jeremiah,
Unless
then
you're
you're
Jeremiah.
a soft little child.
Yeah, you unholy son of a bitch.
I left it. He's been trying to call the whole show, and I've been
trying to
I've been
call.
not answering, or I would just answer it real quick and let him just sit on the phone thinking he was talking with us.
Well, he comes on the show saying, "You're gonna talk to me that way, bruh,"
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck he
Yeah,
said.
this is not your show. We will talk to you however we want to.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
He is gonna get his voicemail played though.
Oh no.
There we go.
What's your soft voice?
Answer, you nigger.
Oh come on,
Oh man,
kid! Come
dude.
on, kid.
Dude, do not be that guy.
That's just
That's what
rude.
kids do now, though. They think
Don't
it's
be
They think it's
rude.
cool to do that.
Listen, here's the thing. Number one rule: respect and boundaries. Have manners. God damn it.
I don't know what that. He better like be trying to be
You
cool in
wanna,
front
Now
if
of
you
this
want to
proves-
talk about something, talk about something. But
Now
don't
this
say
proves
rude
you're an even
things.
softer little child.
That
Yeah,
is insane.
He keeps trying apparently.
Yeah, you're never gonna get through now. Now that I know you're gonna say the N-word, dude.
Yep, you blew it,
Well,
buddy.
you blew it. Now we know that we can't trust you on air.
Wah,
Exactly.
wah,
What if we just give
wah.
him that Mikey B exclusive thing where we're talking about he just shows up to somebody's house, drinks all their liquor,
You donate $20 to Patreon right now,
and Mikey B will find Jeremiah.
and I will find your house, and then we can have a discussion on why you don't say the N-word.
Yep.
Or explain it to his parents or something.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Good
like,
God.
Play that
Go
clip for
find your parents,
little
and
buddy.
we'll let them know what you're doing on the internet. Yeah, see, then that's the thing. Like most of these parents, they don't fucking know. They have
No.
clue. The other thing about Jaws 3 that was interesting was that there's a submarine that they have in their big lagoon where they've got their Jaws shark.
Yeah.
You know, they've got their great white.
Oh yeah, you know all those lagoon
Totally fair.
submarines.
Yeah, those lagoon submarines in the middle of theme parks or whatever. So,
Didn't Disney close a ride over that?
yeah. But this one's odd. I couldn't really understand the logic behind it because they get into the submarine, but then they have to have scuba gear on. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's to get them to a certain place. But no, the submarine fills with water. So they're in the submarine. I'm like,
What's
wait a
the
minute.
point of the
What's the point of the submarine here?
Yeah. Good thing we got our scuba gear.
No one really thought this movie through.
You could have just built a steel cage, probably cheaper.
And then you just walk through it.
Or
Yeah.
just drop, go like take a boat over to where the thing is and be like wherever you gotta go. Yeah, Jaws 3, don't recommend.
Get the
Would
Chilean.
would not
the
recommend.
Chilean.
Wouldn't have
The,
2 OHNO stars, 2 Owen stars,
Two Owen stars?
2 Owen stars out of 5.
Can you
Okay.
recast it with the divers who saved the boy troop?
I
and
have-
coach.
Oh, that's a reach for
Oh.
me. I don't know how to do. Oh,
The soccer team.
oh the
yeah.
soccer team.
Yeah, those whoever went and rescued
Yeah,
them.
they had to scuba dive. Like
They
what
went
was it?
deep,
It was
yeah.
seals. It was like crazy seal team.
I think a lot more people died though in the movie
One.
Jaws 3. So
Oh, in
so
Jaws
yeah,
3.
you,
Yeah.
you gotta. I don't know. You gotta sacrifice some
Technology's come
kids
far.
in Thailand. I suppose.
Real quick, as SeaWorld as a whole and as an
Oh,
amusement
yeah.
park, why would you sign off on a script where people were dying in and around your theme park?
Why not?
I don't know. That is a very good.
Is that like
very
a
good
weighted
question.
measure where you're like, no, I think the publicity that we're gonna get is gonna outweigh all the people dying? Definitely.
My mom wants to call. You guys, how do you think about a call
Owens
from a
mom.
mom?
Owens mom. Owens mom. Owens mom.
Have you heard Owen's mom's calls yet? Oh
No.
well, she's a treat. Yeah. She'll call in just a second. She says.
Owen's mom's calls.
The idea is
We pick
that-
up the phone. It's accidentally Jeremiah.
Oh no, he.
Oh yeah, he's pranked and now he's like taking my mom's
Oh.
phone line.
What if Jeremiah was your mom?
Ooh, this
No.
He's been setting this prank up for weeks.
I know. Oh, she says 5 minutes. That's cool because we can do what we need to actually do. We're running a little bit behind this week. Not that it ever matters. But yeah, I think it is time to do what we do.
To bring forth the clips?
You think so? Time to bring forth
The clips.
clips. It's time to bring forth the clips.
You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby.
You got 'em.
You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby.
You got 'em.
Clips. You know we got 'em, baby.
Clips. Clips is the time of the show where we essentially take a look at all of the random stuff that I or my friend Tom find on the internet. We've got some doozies for you this week. Hang on, let me just switch over the Twitch chat so that people can go ahead and see that. What do we start with this week? We got to go. I think we're going to go hot and heavy. We're going to kick it off with a bang. My favorite clip in a long time. Guys, may I just present you with an artist known as Beef Hutchins.
What?
And a song.
Good name.
That's such a good name.
Beef Hutchins.
Beef Hutchins.
He sounds like a blues player.
This
Or a
song-
serial killer.
And the song might even be better than his name.
The Beef Hutchins Killings. Also great band name.
Dude, you aren't even ready for this. Frenchin' the Bat.
What? Okay. I want to be ready.
I haven't.
Back in my arms tonight, but it don't feel quite right. She goes in for the smooch, and I got pain in my gooch.
Give me a description of this guy, Janine.
Well, let's see.
Is this motherfucker trying again? It's all right. Keep going.
He's kind of like
He's
a
like,
sad Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going for that Kenny Loggins,
Like Bee Gees.
Yeah. That style. That might be it.
His wife.
'Cause I can't stop thinking about September.
Oh,
He
I
has
like that.
he has a sweet Cabana shirt. Shout out to
Yeah.
Fisher.
His wife is old as hell.
Yeah, his wife is old as hell. But Beef Hutchins, he's gonna lay down some knowledge for you, okay?
Okay.
I was out in my way, topless playing the cooch hoops. I was doing so good, hit F4 pointer, and so I ran inside to tell my boy on the porch. Then a fuzzy mistress flew into my fat face. She was a squeaker with furry wings. Chirp, 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 baby, that means I want you. That's when I was French in the bed.
So the whole song devolves into him making out with a bat
Okay, that was
French
a
in the
curveball.
bat.
on his porch.
Legitimately, yeah, not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I was thinking some kind of metaphorical dick sucking.
I was, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I was thinking maybe crushing somebody's teeth in with a actual baseball bat.
Oh, making him kiss it.
Would have worked.
French in the
Would've worked.
bat.
French in the bat, absolutely.
If I was a mafioso, I'd be like, "Hey, Owen, I want you to go make him French the bat."
But no. This guy
You know what
hooks
I
up
mean?
with a bat on his front porch. And what was the stain on his shirt? Did you guys see the yellow shit on his shirt?
It's probably mustard, like any
Mustard.
That was
any guy named Beef has.
It looked like he got pissed on.
Yeah.
Chirp, 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 baby, that means I want
Oh,
you.
that's mustard.
That's
Yeah.
when I was French in the bed. That's when I was French in the bed.
Gotta say, that's some pretty good
Sax.
sax.
French in the bed.
Now he's going for like a meatloaf thing, looking out the window.
Talking into your life and mess up things with Cindy. Cindy's being a nag. Get your rabies shots.
Is that his grandmother?
I think it's supposed to be his wife in the
Oh.
thing. Like, she's telling him to get his rabies shots because he was kissing on bats.
Beef Hutchins, how old are you? Or do you just...
Maybe age as well.
I feel like he's settling.
Surprisingly, even though his name is Beef, he does age well.
I miss your fucked up little teeth and your ugly ass eyes.
Oh, I missed your fucked up little teeth and your ugly ass eyes. That is a good line.
Oh, were you talking about Jeremiah right there?
Oh, snap.
Bitch.
Burn.
Yeah.
Waxy tummy and your spooky thighs. Cindy came out of my bed. I only got room for one in my head. An evening bag French in the van.
Oh, he's got friends.
That's dope, man. I'm telling you.
Do you see this choreography here?
It's one of my favorite new artists. I think you
pretty
all
solid.
need to start looking up the deep catalog that Beef Hutchins has. He's been around for years. You just need to, you need to get on with how awesome he is.
That was something.
Yeah, it definitely was something. All right, so this one's a great commercial from back in the day. Remember Jack in the Box? We never really had it in Florida, but we used to get their commercials weirdly.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, we'd get a Jack in the Box commercial.
I feel like there's got to be like one or two sprinkled in Florida. That's why we got the commercial.
Never
but
seen
I've
one
never.
here.
Yeah, I would say I've never even seen.
It's
one.
probably like on the tip, like Tallahassee
Is it-
or something.
Yeah, I
don't
was
know.
gonna say, is it a regional one? Because I don't ever remember Jack in the. I don't think I ever ate.
I remember we got
It's
a
West
Whata-
Coast,
We got
right?
a
It's-
Is it?
Whataburger for a
Yeah,
little bit.
it's like
Oh yeah, Colonial had a Whataburger for like 5 minutes, and then they're like,
that's
"Get this out of
right.
here."
I forgot about that.
People.
Was it Colonial or University? It was over there.
Both.
Yeah,
There
it
was
one of
It
those.
happened twice.
It did happen
It
twice.
happened
They
twice.
tried it. And
The
Maybe they
second
moved it.
revival was on Colonial.
I was never that impressed.
Apparently, it was that secret. It's one of those secret menu
Yeah.
places where it's
Yeah.
like you can order like, oh, I want it 4x4 animal style, and that means some bullshit that you probably could just say like, can I just have mushrooms and onions? Thanks.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of their like old old commercials from back in the day, and they were apparently really hip because they're just straight up like targeting their demographic.
They're just real pointed marketing.
Real pointed marketing. This kid's obviously a stoner, and Jack is Jack's gonna tell him what's up. Oh, now my mom's calling. Jesus Christ!
Oh no.
This is all
Owens'
going to hell.
mom.
Hang on. She's probably not gonna be able to do this. This is gonna fuck things up. Why is that doing that?
Uh-oh.
Everything's breaking.
Say, hey, mom.
Hold
Hang
on.
hang on.
Hold on.
It might be okay. It might be okay.
One moment,
I think, I
please.
think I know what's going on. Hey, mom, are you there?
I am.
Hey, how's it going?
Yay.
Ahoy.
Are you sure it's convenient?
It's just we'll have to just have a quicker update, but of course we want to talk to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got to
Yay.
give us. She gives us her update from Thailand. See?
Oh, my
her,
goodness.
Her and my dad are in Thailand, so every week she gives us an update of what they've done this week.
travel update.
Yeah,
Yes, I love
travel
it.
update.
So, you got some women in there tonight.
Yeah,
Then, have you?
Mikey B's wife Janine is here, so say hi to Janine.
Hi, Janine. Hi, Janine. It's Marilyn, otherwise known as Mom.
Hi, Mom. It's lovely to meet you.
Hi. And
And-
you and
And
Ty
I'm
is there?
Jessica.
Ty is not here, but we do have another friend in from another podcast.
My name's Jessica.
His name is John.
Hi. Hello, Owens' mom.
Hi, John. Hi. Well, yeah, I'll give you a quickie then. It's
All
not
right.
been the most riveting week this week. You know, your dad hasn't been 100%. So, anyway, we ventured out yesterday. We got a cab to this very nice area called Nimmen, or Nimmenheim is its proper name.
All right.
And you would love it. It's where you and Teresa would go.
They say that about everywhere that's like slightly hipster. Like anywhere, anytime my parents go, they're like, oh, it's, yeah, they'd love it here.
It's quirky and hipster, so it would suit you down to the ground.
People smoking
Dad
weed
had
somewhere out there.
Dad was in and ahhing about whether we should have maybe made that our base, but on reflection, I think we're a bit too old. It's full of all these bars and nightclubs and lovely coffee shops, art galleries.
But
Really
not,
cute.
but not
yeah,
really your
yeah.
scene full time. I get you.
I think it would have been really noisy at weekends. It's very close to the university.
Well,
Would have been very, very noisy.
Party spot, yeah.
And also it's on a flight path. Not that they go in the
Oh.
night, but when we were walking around and when they pass, it was ooh, you know. So I think at the end of the day, we did the right thing where we are, because it was like $1 car ride in to go to this place, and we can go in anytime. I think we're going to go this weekend.
But it was nice for the time of day that you went over there, right?
It was, and I tell you what, the temperature was great too.
What was the name? Niemenheim?
Nimmen, 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 and yeah, and then the full name is Nimmenheim. Very close to the university, and what's interesting about it is it's a bit smarter, funnily enough, and there are all these what they call SOIs, S-O-I, which is a side street off of a main road.
Like an arcade or something.
No, they were proper streets, but narrower, yeah, and smarter, and they were like arteries leading off. Yeah, there were like arteries leading off of a vein, so we were walking up and down and in grids around the place and just sussing it out. So I think if we don't go back this Saturday, we will definitely go back in a future Saturday and see it really buzzing at night.
Oh.
But yeah, you'd have loved it. This coffee shop was quite nice. I don't quite understand how it worked. They serve people coffee fine, but it could have been hotter. They spend too long prettying it up with all the designs. Yeah, and it was more expensive. And they also had on people's tables, obviously, the little glass of water, which you're supposed to get. Dad'll associate with this. When he drinks his cortado, you get a glass of water. Right. Because I find that, you know me and my tea, I love my tea. Well, I love a coffee when we're out, because people don't make tea.
But you're thirsty for water right afterwards. It makes you almost dehydrated.
But then I want to drink water.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. So they had that. And they also had these things in test tubes.
Okay.
I didn't quite know what they were. We didn't really, and there was nobody that spoke English that we could ask.
Maybe they were shots.
What did they look like?
Test tubes.
Yeah, but what did it look like that was in it?
It looked like sort of part coffee, to be honest.
Okay,
or
so it's probably just some fancy way that they were serving it or something.
It's probably like super strong.
Yeah,
coffee.
like a strong espresso, like super strong. Maybe I don't know.
It looked lighter than that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a coffee expert, but no, it was a nice day out, and by the end of it, you know, we'd walked around for nearly 3 miles, and it was getting hot, so time to come back.
Fair enough. Was this the place?
We did.
Was this the place that you got your first American burger out there?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and I want to. All right, well, we're gonna get to food when Ty's here, because I know he's super interested next week.
I think so.
But that'll
be a big deal.
But tell us, yeah, exactly. But tell us just a little bit how the American burger in Thailand was.
It was served quite authentically on like a wooden board. The fries came like in a little separate upright container, which we get in the UK.
Right.
They didn't it wasn't on a plate. It was in like a little pot at the side.
How was the meat good?
Dad had the burger. I didn't. I had a fish sandwich.
Okay.
Which wasn't as good as the fish we have in our next door but one restaurant here where we live.
Gotcha.
It was a little bit greasy, and when it's on a bed of mayo and bun and all soaked in, it was a little
gross.
bit overdone.
Yeah.
But his burger was good, and he asked for it medium and got it medium. It was pink in the middle, and it was juice all over his beard. It was really, really good.
That's better than the UK when it comes to a burger, then.
Yeah, because that's like a hockey puck.
Yeah.
The mustard was yellow mustard. The ketchup was a little bit funky, but they gave an authentic pickle on the top.
There you go.
And the bun was good. So yeah, we've had our first craving for, I think when you've not been well, I think you fancy what you fancy. So Dad was saying, I don't want rice or anything spicy today.
He wanted a burger.
Good old
He wanted
fashioned.
a burger
Yeah,
and something
fair enough.
a little bit more bland. So
No more noodles.
So that was. Oh yeah, we'll be having noodles today. Oh, we're off to this thing in a little while. We're off to this meeting. Of
That's right. Well,
other
I'll let you go.
foreign people like us. Yeah. So I'll cut it short now.
Yeah.
I'll shortchange you this week.
Oh,
But have a good podcast.
thank you very much.
And
We'll talk this weekend or sometime soon. Okay.
Okay, sweetie. Lovely.
Lots of
Love
love.
to Teresa. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Owens' mom.
There you go. There's Owen's mom.
Oh,
once
that's
again.
awesome.
Once again on the
Yay.
podcast.
Mom.
Does your mom call your podcast?
No, you know what? But it would be like almost identical. Like
Yeah.
she just says whatever she wants to.
Oh,
you know,
We have to shut her up half the
Very
time.
comfortable.
She will just keep going. Like the first time, she called in by accident the first time a couple weeks
goodness.
ago. So we answered, and she was most like, "Oh, she was
Like,
totally."
sorry, oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. And then I told her, I'm like, no, I thought the guys loved it, and so you need to call in every once in a while.
Yeah,
now
give
she
a little check-in.
the next week she calls it. Last week, Mikey, didn't she call in? She had like lists of topics.
She said,
and she's like,
no, she was like, I've organized I've broken everything down into topics so I can accurately cover like everything that's been going on in Thailand with us. There was transportation, food, things you see about.
She
yeah.
wants to give you like
See?
her own like Rick Steves recap, like when
I
she
like
comes
that.
back.
no, she's
right?
good at it.
she sounded like
It's
she's-
amazing, yeah.
She sounded like she could have talked like another half hour about just the water that they served after the coffee.
I know, but
She
I
coulda-
want that burger.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
too.
Yes.
I'm like, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does, and that is
That's
funny.
so cool.
It is funny that she said that about the burger from Thailand being better from the UK, because I've had that. Like, as much as like there is good food in the UK, you have to
Yeah.
get the right food in the UK.
Yeah.
Like if you get roast beef in the UK, it's tremendous. If you get a burger, they don't know how to do it
Yeah.
right. It's not the right cut of beef, like or like the ground beef's
Yeah.
not like the same amount of fat content or something, and
No, yeah, and that makes sense.
and like she said, it's like hockey pucks. Like every one of them is.
Just overcooked
It's
and-
all well done. They don't know the meaning of a medium burger. Like if you can't, they won't even serve things rare. Like a lot of menus will even say, don't even ask for it.
Well,
But
Really?
we're here.
like we're not fucking around with
But
that.
but we
Well-
don't serve rare burgers over here. Like there are very few places that will do it.
Most places
if
will
you
get a
ask it.
medium rare.
Yeah, but a lot of places are just like, nah, we don't mess around with it. It's
Yeah.
ground beef. Like I don't know why you would want to eat that like completely rare.
well, I feel like they're being honest with us. You know what I mean? Like
True.
I don't want to eat a rare burger, them try to make it, and then me get sick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't-
And there is a huge stigma, like the Brits that come over here and see someone cut into a steak and blood run out of it. The way I like it, like I like
Yeah.
a bloody steak. They
Yeah.
look at that and they're just like, oh, like it's
Yeah.
vomit inducing.
Yeah, and speaking of beef, you were gonna get to a Jack in the Box commercial or
absolutely
something.
was.
Okay, but wait
Yeah.
a minute. Just like super side note,
Sure.
what time is it in Thailand right now?
It's their morning time.
Yeah.
It's their morning?
It'll be
Ah.
like I think it's probably 8 or 10.
Oh,
It's
so
like
your
8
mom's
a.m.
just
or 10
starting her
a.m.
day.
Yeah, it's either I can't remember if it's ever like an hour ahead of us or behind us plus 12 hours, you
Oh,
know.
right
like,
on.
It's 11 hours difference or 13 hours difference, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Right on.
So yeah, she's just waking up, calling her boy for the day, her drunk son. But yeah, like you said, it's time for us to play another one of these clips, which, as I mentioned, is a Jack in the Box commercial. This has got to be from like the early '90s or late '80s, and again, perfect marketing.
There?
The kid in his stoner ass minivan,
Super
His
stoner van.
super stoner van, like
And that has a bubble window on it. You know it.
who would have driven that? And like one of the guys from that '70s show, would have,
Kelso.
Right.
Kelso
Yeah.
would have driven that van.
Looks minutes from broken down.
He's pulled up to the drive-through at the Jack in the Box.
But he looks like he's staring 1,000 miles away.
oh, he is gone.
Yeah.
This motherfucker
So
is
ripped.
He really is.
gone. So yeah, here he is.
Yeah, Cayenne.
Dude, don't stress. Stick with the classics. Order my famous tacos. Crunchy, tasty, and totally affordable. Like the rest of my value menu.
Now his goddamn like what do you call it? Ornament.
Bobblehead.
His Jack in the Box bobblehead's talking to him. That's how stoned he is.
Yeah. It sounds like Napoleon Dynamite. Dude, just get one of my tacos.
It's like, dude, get over here.
For 99 cents.
99 cents, tacos.
Tasty, and totally affordable, like the rest of my value menu.
How many should I get?
30.
30?
30.
You should get 30 tacos?
He's taking advantage of this kid. He knows he's impaired, and he's like,
knows
order
he's
30
stoned.
tacos. You never eat 30 tacos.
Although if it's 2 for 99 cents, he's spending 15 bucks. That kid's going to eat on that for like a week.
You've eaten $15 of Taco Bell.
Oh, I have. Yeah. I
Yeah.
definitely have. Between a Bel Grande, a Chalupa, like a couple.
Speaking of which, Janine.
Oh, is that what's happening tonight?
Yes, please.
Oh, see, I can't ever go and not get a burrito supreme as well. Like I gotta get
7-layer burrito.
I
bro.
gotta get staples. Like I don't go 7. No, I go old school.
That is competing with a lizard shit right there.
Yes.
Go in,
Yeah.
Try that and then.
Oh, that's not solid
That's what
enough.
I was thinking.
See, he was thinking 30 tacos too. It's good though. I mean,
like
that
it.
is that we don't get marketing like that.
I would have giggled
anymore.
at that. I would have laughed. Now I want tacos.
Oh, that would have worked. I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Yes, it would have worked on Janine for sure.
I would have giggled. Yeah, let's go get tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
right
this.
now.
If Jack in the Box was in Florida, but I mean, they would be like, try Jack in the Box, but
Do you
Georgia.
Do you guys remember when Burger King tried to sell tacos for a quick minute?
No, did they?
Yeah.
No.
I do not.
It was a
remember
quick
this.
minute because they were awful.
Yeah, I never had them. Never had that.
Yeah, it was. I don't
There's
know.
no way that could have been good.
See,
That
was
must
it just
have been
a
a test market.
Was it like a Whopper, basically chopped up and put in a
I
hard
wouldn't
shell?
be surprised if they made like hard shell tacos, cut a Whopper patty in half,
And
just
stuffed
stuffed
it in?
No, you don't even chop it up. You literally just slice it in the middle, put a half moon of Whopper patty in a taco,
So lazy.
Yeah, that really is.
throw some lettuce and cheese on it, and you're done.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
That's like when you don't have any bread left, but you still want to eat like a cheeseburger. So you cut your burger patty in half and you just put the cheese in the middle. And
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with the when you use a piece of white bread as a hot dog bun because you're
Done that.
Oh, yeah.
so poor.
That is
Nah.
definitely.
We can't have two forms of bread in this house. It's either buns or sliced bread. Take a pick.
do you know what's funny? We wouldn't do that. We would just make mac and cheese. We went straight the pasta route. Like I would just make hot dogs
with
and mac and cheese.
Yeah, I've eaten that so many times.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't need bread. Just give me mac
No,
and cheese.
yeah. Shit. Even if I had bread, I would put mac and cheese on bread.
Oh.
Like a mac and cheese roll up or something. I don't know.
We've got to get to the next clip because it's like we're almost due for break. Jesus Christ.
Are we
It's been-
tangenting?
Oh, we're tangenting a lot.
Fucking A.
Oh no, that's a
you
good
got?
thing. That's a
What
good
you
thing.
got? What you got?
Well, sometimes the South is just too good to be true.
The South rises. I felt like that's what you wanted to say.
The South is done.
This man says he was forced to eat his own beard. So this is Lexingburg, Kentucky.
Lawrenceburg.
Sorry,
Lawrenceburg.
Lawrenceburg. What did I say? Lexingburg?
It was one of them birds.
Is it really any different? Is it?
Speaking of burgers.
Is it any different? Is it any different?
Speaking of down
In
and out
Kentucky.
birds in Kentucky.
Yeah, no, we've got Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, and this man has he has a poor
Heartbreaking tale.
heartbreaking tale to tell.
At least that's what Harvey Westmoreland and his brother Joseph used to think about former friends Troy Halt and James Hill.
Former friends. Oh,
That's a
can't be
heartbreak right there.
You can't be friends with someone after they force you to eat your own beard.
Yeah.
well, here we go. This man looks broken by this too.
That was before May of last year on Willisburg Road, where Halt used to live.
My brother was cleaning out the stalls out there for Troy, you know.
What a name.
Mom, bro, I can.
Harvey.
Westmoreland.
Yeah.
What it sounds like is somewhere back in history there were the Morelands, and some of them broke off and
Moved
to the
to
other,
Eastmoreland and
moved
some
to
of
the other side of town and
Yeah.
like we're the Westmorelands.
Fuck you, Eastmorelanders. We're Westmorelands.
And then the Eastmorelanders were like, we're just the Morelanders.
Yeah,
All right, we're originals.
exactly.
All right, losers.
Stay away from us.
Eat your beard, you piece of shit.
I love how it says underneath his name, forced to eat beard.
Yeah.
Like,
Halt
we are
used to
going to
live.
reiterate.
My brother was cleaning out the stalls out there for Troy, you know, working for him. And they want me to come around there. Well, when I get there, I realize that they're already drunk.
And of all things to fight about,
Like all good beard eating stories, there's some alcohol involved.
Ain't never been a sober
says-
beard eaten.
No.
punches started flying over this lawnmower.
Okay.
Troy offered to buy it from me
Okay.
for $250.
That's a good deal on that lawnmower.
That looks like an old lawnmower.
I would buy that right now for $250.
That looks fucked up.
And you barely have a yard to mow.
Fucking need that shit though.
Yeah.
Paid $20 for it. He thought
He
I was
wanted to pay
trying to
20
cheat.
bucks.
One thing led to another, and before I knowed it, there was knives and guns and everything just went haywire.
He says his brother had a mark on his neck where a knife was held, but Westmoreland's loss was more permanent.
They cut my beard and forced me to eat it.
He says Holt and Hill let them go, but threatened them.
If we called the police, they said we would not live to see daylight.
But that wasn't enough to keep the two brothers from calling 911.
I believe in the law. I believe that justice has been served.
They made me eat my beard.
I want
And
a
he's-
before of his beard and then
know.
an after.
Look how much bigger. He's got a decent beard right
It's
now.
a lot of
Yeah.
beard.
Did this guy have a really little mouth? It looks like he's got a tiny little mouth.
He does have a tiny mouth. Maybe that's just because his face is so fat that
He's
it's
a
like
large
covered
man.
it's covered his mouth.
It's encroaching on his mouth.
It's closing in.
One of
That's
those.
not beard. That's just chin.
Yeah.
Just.
I had hairy shits for 2 years.
Poor guy.
I want right. That's what I want to know. I'm like, how much distress were you in from eating your own beard?
And how much?
I imagine it goes through pretty easy. It actually probably does good things because it's in there kind of like colon cleansing as it goes through. It's kind of like pulling all the stuff off the walls. Like
Good
it's like when they
fiber.
say to eat celery, right? It's like the toothbrush of your colon.
Dr.
Hair
Owens,
can't be much different.
Dr. Owens hair-powered colon cleanse.
Yeah.
It's the reverse of what you need to get the hair out of the drain. You're just taking the drain
Yes.
internally. You're just taking the hair internally and just
Yeah.
pulling it through.
Your body will do the rest. That's what it's there for.
And you know, it will be after Tuesday.
That's the sentencing date. And while it'll take some time for some things to grow back to normal,
It's not as long as it was.
Westmoreland says what's more
Well, of course
important,
not.
he and his brother lived to tell the tale.
I was actually in fear for my life. And I was really in fear for my brother's life.
Thank God, all I had to do was eat my beard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
His
He is
arm,
relieved.
his arm is one uniform length from elbow to palm.
It's just around the same.
It's amazing.
I wonder how much beard he had to eat
I do
too.
want to. I want to know how much beard.
I would imagine looking at the other two dudes, it's probably like a good.
Who
like, a
decided
chunk.
that was actually going
Like
to
2
be
inches.
the
funny?
the appropriate length to cut his beard with?
Yeah,
the,
make him eat his
up.
own beard.
Yeah.
Do
Who
it.
did? Who did? It was,
You trying to cheat me on this lawnmower to eat this beard?
Yeah.
fuck your beard, bro. Your beard's weak.
And now
Eat
we're
it.
even.
You're gonna eat it.
Eat your weak beard.
Fuck you. That's how they always sound.
Yeah.
We got one more. Shit, no, it's the wrong one. We're gonna do a little rap songy song.
Whoa.
It's a little Christian one for you.
I like our Christian music theme on clips lately.
It's that country rap. It's called "Dust on the Bible." It's it's kind of like a recovery song. And anybody out there suffering with addiction issues,
Oh, I thought you meant like recovery
I
from
don't-
being a redneck.
I don't
Yeah.
mean I don't mean any harm by this, but this is terrible. So you can enjoy this. Mini Thin is the name of the artist, and real douchey. Sometimes you wish things were parody, but they're not.
Real American.
You know?
Preying on all the
Ooh, yeah.
atypical country tropes.
Fall down, get up, fall down again. Story of my life, where do I begin? Had to pick myself up, but man, it's damn tough. Allergic to alcohol, break out in handcuffs. And I always remember what my mama said. Gotta crawl before you walk, boy, you break your leg. Put his baby steps, and it gets a little better. Keep your chin up, going any kind of weather. And I'm just like y'all, I'm just telling the truth. You don't think it can be done? Well, I'm living proof. No booze, no pills, no meth in me. Do all things to
always said this with all this shit. Even if you're struggling and you're Christian, are you buying any of this? Like, is any of this music actually helping?
There's a
you?
big
Like, does it work on some people?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
dude. There's a big.
That shit's crazy to me.
There's got to
I've
be a big
seen
group of
it.
people who are like totally into this. Like
I want to meet those people.
No, you
though.
don't.
all these
I
artists.
mean, I know I don't, but I want to see a video of those people.
Yeah,
and,
it's great.
You know,
I think there are just a lot of people who like it could because addiction is so widespread. There are those people who are like, yeah, like we can get through this. Like I've sat through AA and NA meetings where
Right.
it's like they pretty much tell you like, yeah, you can get off drugs and booze through the Lord, which I don't believe.
yeah, it's a
But
real
whatever-
hard sell. I hate that that's just part of like court mandated things. Like do whatever you got to do. Whatever helps you is fine. AA and NA should never be court mandated because yes, like the long and short of it is that they're a religious entity. Like let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
But like I feel like none of those programs do any good when they're mandated. It's only like when
you have to choose to
yeah.
go to those. You have to. I mean,
Yeah.
It's like anybody that's quit smoking says, you know, like you have to want to quit smoking. You
It's
can't
the
quit
choice.
smoking
Yeah.
if you don't want to quit smoking. You can't quit anything really unless you want to do it or.
It's a matter of like discovering that you have that choice
Sure.
to like make it for yourself. It doesn't always feel that way,
Yeah.
not at all whatsoever, but it's making that right choice
I
for yourself, and you're the only one who can make it, like, in the end.
And I guess it's easier if you're religious too to kind of put it like, oh, just put it all in God's hands.
Well,
and,
yeah, there's-
you know, like,
Jesus, take the wheel.
I mean, yeah, Protestant
Let
and
him,
Catholicism.
please let him take the wheel.
And I'm seriously not knocking any of it. Do
Oh,
what you
no.
want to do, believe what you want to believe, but
Your routine is your religion.
Yeah.
So whatever is most comfortable, whatever supports you the most, like,
no, I'm with you.
that's what people find. But like, people go nuts for this stuff. They're like, oh, have you seen? I mean, I grew up super religious, so I don't know if you guys have been in churches or like.
Oh, I've been in my fair
conventions.
share. I was baptized at a weird age. I got older and got into the church actually in like early high school or late like middle school, so like 8th grade. I quickly fell out of it, but there was about a year or so, year and a half, 18 months of my life where I was super religious.
Certain communities are great. Like,
Tried to get into like I dug the community part. But then I
Yeah.
tried to get into all like what the music they were listening to, or like and it's just like no. I've been listening to punk rock for
All right,
too
I'm gonna
long.
tell
I've
you.
actually like got good music taste. I can't do this.
Janine and I have talked about it. Like we're like I'm not a huge fan of like organized religion, but the fellowship, like having a community,
it's an
I can
awesome
understand how that's
That's the
really
base of it.
beneficial for some people.
No, without a doubt. It's a
you
good
get
thing.
This is what I try to explain to people. I'm like, okay, so imagine being a parent of a young child and you have people who want to see you once a week. There's a service provided where your child can be watched for an hour and you don't have to do anything. And then afterwards you can kind of like shoot the shit, talk to your friends, and then you get to go home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's
And
also
watch
a part
NFL
of,
Sunday. Blah,
pretty
blah,
much.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some football?
So it is. It's a schedule that people are so used to following that it like provides that comfort. But
Well, and-
it's
Yeah, and I'm not even like a religious person, but like my goddaughter was baptized, so I went to the church, and there is an energy when you come out of there. Everybody's so nice to each other.
Oh, without a doubt.
You leave feeling real good about yourself and about like just
I compare
the day.
it to CBD, not weed, but you feel something. You don't know what it is. You're like, I did something. I don't know what it is, but it's like that's better like than not having done it.
I'm not sober. I'm not sober, but I'm not messed up.
I'm not, I don't know what
I
this
just
is.
feel real great. I feel nice.
Okay.
No,
Let me
you're
go to
not.
Walmart and buy a lot of things. Because that's what they all apparently do. They go straight from church to Walmart to watching NFL Sunday tickets.
And Cracker
Oh, yeah.
Barrel.
Then Cracker Barrel.
You got to run. You're either running errands to make breakfast, or you're going to breakfast and then getting dinner. Because depending on how religious you
It's
are,
a day. It's a day event. Most day.
Yeah.
Most of the day.
Oh, it's a full.
I always felt bad for the kids that got goat roped into like the Wednesday as well as the Sunday. I'm like, you got to go to the Wednesday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were that kid. Huh?
No, that's annoying.
Saturday was probably the only day I didn't have like required Jesus in my life. Because I went to a religious
And you were
school.
still listening to this right here.
Every day, you never be proud to hit your knees and pray. Come on.
Okay, I know what this is.
Yeah, see?
You ripped off the great song about alcohol to talk about the Bible.
I know.
You have really
It's
let
rude,
me down.
isn't it?
It's
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
It breaks.
Mikey.
You know what? As much as I don't like to fight for country music, the fact that you're talking about the Bible instead of like whiskey, country music should be out for this dude.
As a lifelong drinker, I mean, we're talking little guy here. I'm offended, and I feel like we need to come at these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'll,
Well,
write,
and
I'll
I'm-
write them a sternly written letter.
Oh no, hard stance. Don't make songs about alcohol into songs about God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't
Hard
pull the
stance.
Cartman. Don't
No, you
pull
can't.
you can't pull the Cartman, and it's fine if you do it with love, but don't do it with alcohol.
No.
And I'm gonna say it again.
Alcohol is real love.
That's it.
I'm gonna say it again
Unconditional.
because I don't know what it's gone to, and maybe I'm wrong, but that wasn't rap.
No,
That's not rap.
no, it's not.
That's not what that is.
That's Florida-Georgia line right there.
Yeah.
yeah.
They might have rhymed a couple of things in there. I don't know.
It's popish for sure.
It's some spoken words.
It's what it is. Guys, that was Claps.
Clips.
Clips.
Yeah.
You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby.
You want it,
You know we got 'em,
And you
baby.
got 'em.
Clips. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips.
Yeah, it's
Miss you,
been a
Ty.
pretty long segment, but I think it is time for us to take a break. But before we do, I do want to mention something super quick. My belly button, for some reason lately, sweat crazy. Like, my belly button's, I mean, it's hot outside in Florida, but it's like pooling. Like, and I'll walk outside and I get my, like, little chest hair, like you know, like I get that, like, it's a little sweat up top. But then my belly button, dude, like,
Pooling
it's
hard?
like a pool. And, like, I'll lean back. I've leaned back in my chair, and then all the sweat from my belly button gets on my t-shirt, and I have, like, a dot. I have a belly button sweat dot.
Ooh.
That's
That's not
just,
attractive.
It's off-putting. Even to myself, I'm like, what are you doing, you horrible individual?
I've been having a linty belly button lately. I feel like there's been extra lint all up in my button.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes. You and me both,
What?
Mike.
Can I ask you this? Most common color of lint in belly buttons?
Blue.
Black, I would say black or blue.
I was gonna go blue. It's blue. It's. I think it's the blue jeans that are like, I don't know, mixed with your shirt.
How
like,
high are your pants?
I don't know. I guess I'm
What?
pulling them up.
High
You know,
waisters.
to my nips. Just a little
Grandpa style.
rib cage. But yeah, no, it seems like it do. I get like the denim, and I don't know. I don't know how that gets up there. But
Do you have
it does.
a lot of hair by your belly button, or what's it?
We'll talk about this actually when we get back from break.
Ooh.
Another Owen body.
Is it weird?
Diagram.
Is it weird
Man's-
body questions?
Well, no, Owen's body manscaping. You know.
Welcome back to Owen
adventures.
Manscapes.
Adventures. But I did. I find I do get less lint when I have it shaved.
Stay tuned.
And a
though.
little less sweaty down there too.
Stay tuned though, because the second half we're gonna Judd Apatow Owen's body hair.
Oh Jesus! I don't even know how you do that, but I'm into it. I'll take a look. Guys, this is some Turbo Wolf. You probably heard it before the show if you tuned in at the beginning, but hey, a lot of people didn't, so enjoy that. On break, you'll probably hear... Oh, shit. That's right. I'm meant to be playing one of our editions of the OHNO Earful, which is our music show that we play, you know, kind of on our podcast feed. I'm going to play that while we go to break. You'll hear a couple ads. You'll hear that. I might not play the whole thing. It's kind of long, but you know what we say when we get out of here, right, Mikey?
I want to say, you know who Turbo Whoop is way cooler than?
Who?
That nerd Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Punk bitch.
Punk
Fuck
bitch.
you, Jeremiah.
I know
Fuck
you can
you,
hear us,
Jeremiah.
you soft little baby.
Guys, what do we say when we get out of here for the first segment? Fuck your dreams.
Fuck your dreams.
See you in a few.
I want to go really loud.
15 minutes. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Owen here with your weekly reminder to check out our good friends and sponsors, Tom and Dan of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. If you haven't heard about Tom and Dan, they put out some of the finest podcasts on planet Earth, as well as offering a BDM subscription service. What is a BDM, you ask? Well, a BDM membership includes an additional weekly show, one OG show from the early days of the podcast, and access to a private members-only party every 6 months. To become a BDM, visit tomanddan.com and check out the BDM Love-O-Meter. This new option gives you the opportunity to subscribe at the price of your choosing, ranging from $195 a month or $23 yearly to $1095 a month or $131 a year if you really want to be a big dick millionaire. Seriously, guys, Tom and Dan are great dudes that provide one of the funniest podcasts I've ever heard, and we're really, really happy and honored to have them as a sponsor of our show, as they have done nothing but good things for the podcast community and smaller podcasts like us. If you really want to help us, help them by heading over to tomanddan.com and becoming a BDM.
Oh no! An earful of music.
You are now listening
To the earful. Cheers to those ears.
Say your name like a mantra. In the back of a Hyundai Elantra. What you doing to me, baby Dunga? If you've been good, I'm your karma. If you've been bad, I'm a ghost gonna haunt ya. Cause I really, 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 really want ya. Yeah, I really, really, really want ya. Yeah, I really, 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 really want ya. Do your thing. 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 Yeah, do your thing. 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 Yeah, do your thing. Yes, do your thing.
Die.
Ty, I've been waiting on hold to talk to you for 7 months, man. What's going on?
6, 7, somewhere in there.
Ty, first of all, to everyone, welcome back to the Earful. I know you probably thought we just stopped doing this thing. We totally gave it up. We got kicked off of the OHNO radio show network, OHNO Media. We did not. We took a hiatus. And finally, our lazy asses got back together to do this, I guess, kind of magical music thing we do called the Earful. Ty, how are you from Orlando, my friend, calling into the show? What's going on, my man?
Sir, you are missed. Your present. I will say I've been pirating a good bit for many months now,
Okay.
and pirate pay is decent. Your foot gets fucked up here and there.
Really? So you've been actually just going out on like treasure hunts and doing the whole pirate life. I could see you rocking it. I mean, it's not a surprise to me. It's cool. I'm glad you've been filling your time wisely.
It's a little more hardcore than I'm used to, but at the same time, you gotta live a little.
Well, Ty, I have missed you. And for anybody that is tuning in now that has never listened to the Earful, we are a music countdown podcast. We are which we like to call a bonus show of the OHNO radio show. Ty is on the OHNO radio show. And actually, I feel like we should totally throw him a bone and welcome him to an episode of the Earful. But actually, sitting in with us is our boss, Owen Butler, who's actually probably monitoring if he wants to cancel this show or not.
This is basically like your yearly HR check where quality assurance comes in. Make sure that,
You should see the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, all the eyes over here.
Are you feeling all those eyes on
board
you?
in my hand. I'm writing down everything that you guys are doing wrong.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding around. I helped Ty set up his brand new studio today, so now we have an OHNO Studio 2.
I like this.
And
Sexy, dude. I love the
and,
sound of that. I love the sound
yeah,
of
so I came over
expansion.
here and you decided to hop in and do an earful with you guys. Thank you guys for having me. I'm not going to be super vocal on this. I just kind of want to see how you guys do it. I may even go outside and have a smoke. Or I might take a little wander. I might not be here the whole time, but I'm just here to make sure that
We're up to spec.
things are going according to the OHNO Media way.
I love it. And we have to follow those standards. But for people that are new to the show, we have actually done 29 of these bad boys. This is our 30th. We turned 30 on this episode. This is Earful 30. Basically, the gist is Ty and I, we listen to a lot of music. We share a lot of music. We decided to turn that into a podcast. And what we do is we throw together 12 tracks, and we make shows. We throw you some good tunes. Maybe you hate them. Maybe you like them or love them. It's for you to choose for sure. But, yeah, I mean, we've had some time apart, and we have had time to make plenty of Earful episodes. I'm sure, Ty. I think we got quite a few in the future coming at you. Isn't that correct?
Been prepping for a good while.
So this is going to be the 8-hour show, right?
Yeah, that's right. If you're just tuning in, get something to eat, maybe a bucket to pee in or do your business in, because you're just not going to leave. You don't want to listen to every single minute of all this great music. But Ty, I'm excited. Like I said, we've more or less been trying to get the stars to align to record these episodes. We have. I'm very happy to hear you. I'm giving you right now a silent radio hug.
Silent hugs are nice.
Smelling your musk. I've missed it. Oh, it's so good.
Just a little bit of musk.
It's so good. I miss it. Let's get right into it, friend. Let's count it down. I believe the first one goes to me on this Earful. This band is Superette. The track is Who Is This Guy off of the Superette EP, a 2017 album. This had a lot of kind of Bowie, Eno, and Burn vibes. I'll just let it do its jam, but it got me up, it got me moving. It's got a lot of weirdness.
I remember listening to this as well, man. I like this album.
You liked it? Okay. Well, there we go. There's 2 thumbs up right off the bat. Track 1. This is Superette. Numero 1. That only means that Ty has the second track. Ty, who did you pick for your first track on Earful 30?
This is a definite psych track from Mopac.
Ooh,
the song is called Our Time off Recycled Love. It came out last year, but I remember when I was into this was kind of a special few nights going on in my world, and it was
awesome, dude.
The soundtrack.
Hey, it's always nice to tie little stories to music, because obviously music does that. It travels with us. It's with us in all the different times, good and bad. It sounds like it was a good one, because this album was pretty jamming, man. I really like this Mopac album.
Yeah. It is funny the way music, it sticks with you at different times in your life.
Oh, yeah. Well, let it stick. Let Mopac stick you. Changing Weather. Awesome, dude. Love it. Yeah, the album is definitely, I would really say it's worth a listen. This is a great track. Again, Changing Weather. But the album is definitely worth checking out. It's great. It's got a great flow. Good choice, Ty.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
And moving on. All right. This is Izzy Dunn. This track is Conundrum off of Misfits' 2017 album. Basically, she's a British soul musician. She's pretty badass. I like this album a lot. This was kind of a taste of what the whole album was like. But yeah, she's a sassy Brit. Let her sing it.
You can lose your head in the heart of the city. Where the rain gon' fall, wash away your pity. Zombies sleepwalking to our destiny. Who's gonna pay the price for our apathy?
Oh, baby. You know what's really funny is this singer is a white girl, and I definitely find that she falls into that category of like, when you hear her voice, it's like, is this a white girl? You know what I mean?
It's honestly going to ask.
Okay, there you go.
Because I had the feeling that it might be a surprise, but yeah, you could have easily fooled me on that one for sure.
Yeah, and I think in this kind of like soulful genre of music, there are a lot of these really powerful white female singers that can somehow embody this presence of in my mind, they're like this big like soulful black woman singing, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I want to
All the
see
soul.
is a tiny little Asian sing like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it exists. That's the crazy part, is that person is out there. All right, T Money, what's your follow-up, sir? What's the next track?
All right. That's funny. Okay, so it's been a while since we've done this.
All right.
I'm trying to remember.
Brushing off the cobwebs.
Cavern. But that's this track? Is that this track?
Oh, it's this track.
You made these notes like of stuff you were listening to that long ago that you don't even remember the music that you.
All right. To be fair, Tom prepares the notes.
Okay.
But
that is true. I am the keeper of the earful notes. So this may be a surprise to you, but this was one of your tracks, my friend.
Well, not a surprise. I remember the track. I just don't remember it being this. That's funny.
I'm just secretly sneaking in my own tracks and taking over yours.
Not allowed.
But who is this?
All right. Makaya McCavern, and the track is Above and Beyond off Highly Rare, another 2017 album. But yeah, drummer and producer. I know that Makaya started as a drummer.
I love it.
Jazz stuff, did some producing, and then, I think he's more of a producer now, but still plays drum.
It's awesome, dude. It's kind of just jam it, man. Really jam it. Jam it! I might have to get into that, Ty. I really dug that. All right. And moving on. All right, so this is the Palms. Track is Right to Know off of Mulholland Drive, 2017 album. I don't know. I just kind of dug the dude's voice. I kind of dug just the flow of the song. I don't truly remember the album, but I dug it as a single. This is Right to Know by the Palms. So my question, like guys that sing with a lot of vocoder or a lot of like effect on their voice, do you think that like that fucks them up when they go to sing just like stripped down version of that song?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's definitely a producing technique, you know? I mean, it's cool. I just think sometimes it's overused. In some essences, I really like it. Like, that was good. Like, his harmonies, his voice kind of melded to it pretty well.
I mean, I dig it. I do dig it.
If it's not abused, you can definitely get away with it. And you also see, I mean, guys are doing that live now, though, too. You know?
Yeah.
Like, they bring it with them. They bring the robot with them.
Yeah, right. It's just like a part of the band, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's it's another instrument. Yeah,
that's so crazy. Yeah. All right, Ty, and we come to the 6th track of Earful 30.
Hey now.
What you got? What you got?
All right, this is Nora Erez.
Oh.
Noga Erez. Dance While You Should. I remember this track.
Noga Erez. All right. Love it.
It's gonna jam pretty hard.
All right. Well, let's let it jam then.
Add some bass. Turn the bass up.
Okay. You heard Ty. Turn the bass up. Oh shit.
Perfect. It's only that it's worth it. So I give my time, my finest is you're taking abstract, swing your fingers, you make the middle one.
I don't like it.
I mean,
oh god. First, don't like it in the playlist. All right, that's fair. Hey, you're not gonna like them all.
it jams hard. I don't care what you say.
It says she's a songwriter, producer, and singer from Tel Aviv. I love it.
Yep. Keeping the Israel.
Israel. Badass, dude. Well, this brings us to the halfway point of our show where we always tell people.
Rockets at him too with that fucking nonsense. God damn.
We tell people that, listen, we're previewing all this music for you guys, giving you kind of a little taste of these tracks. But we tell everybody, yo, go find this on your own. We're not going to do all that work for you. Go to your iTunes, go to your Spotify, go to whatever you use to listen to music and search out these artists, because that's all that stuff's available to you. Give back to the artists. That's
go
right.
To that record store. Don't be afraid to buy a physical copy of something. You know, a record maybe if you're a cool guy.
That's what I'm saying. Amen. Give back to the artists, and they give back to us, fucking tenfold, man.
Yeah.
So you
What
do
they
that
did
shit,
does is,
okay? And you go buy that Noga Erez album from Tel Aviv, Israel.
You need that.
Yeah, I'm picking that up this week.
Do it.
Better
Thank
get
you.
it, Owen.
Thank you, Owen. All right, so here we go. Number 7. This was my pick, and I can't really say the person's name correctly. I think it's Kainalu?
Kainalu.
All right, Kainalu. I like how you said it better. Kainalu, Love Nebula off of Bloom Lagoon, EP 2017. It's just some, just your average sexy multi-instrumental,
I remember that.
Yeah, it's pretty swanky. Grab the person that you love next to you and just hold them tight during this song. I feel like Love Nebula was a good idea for that track. That was a pretty solid name for that.
Yeah, I got a Nebula of.
I like to put on Enya when I love
Enya.
Yeah, man, you're a true '90s man. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's right. Enya was mad in the '90s. She was. Is it a group? Is it Enya like more than one person?
Nah, it's a chick, isn't it?
Awesome.
Most of the good track.
Oh, this person getting wild on the keys. All right, so yeah, you know, if that was your style, get at. Say it again, Ty. You said it way better than me.
Kanaloo.
Get at Kanaloo. And get at this track, which is a Ty track. Ty, what is it, buddy?
I'm throwing some Nicholas Jar at you.
Oh,
Nicholas
shit.
Jar's been coming out with a lot of decent music in the recent years, and this track is called "A Coin in Nine Hands" off Sirens, which came out last year in 2017. But he's also come out with a side project, Against All Logic, which he's done, I think, 2 albums worth of, and that's coming on a later earful for you all. But,
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So how would you describe Nicholas Jar? Is it experimental?
It's sort of experimental, but it's like if there's a new house of sorts.
Ooh.
Like I don't know, a better house that's more.
Oh, better
interesting.
house, yeah. All right, well let's let him get wild here. He's I'm interested.
And based on.
Oh, he's talking to us. What do you want us to do, Nicholas? Oh shit.
Tom says it's gonna burn them all, burn them all, burn them all. Before they burn each other. Before they burn each other.
I would just say don't let somebody that's depressed listen to this song. I don't know. Or let them around this song in matches. But I'm getting it, man. It's got some almost 9 Inch Nails-ism in it, too. It's weird.
I was about to say that.
Wait, there's the drop.
Oh, here comes the drop, yeah. So it's you know, it's kind of that slow burn experimental shit. I dig that. Oh, yeah. There it comes. Yeah, Trent Reznor be proud right now. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not familiar. I got to get on the Nicholas Jar train. Okay. So this is my track. Track 9. Von Cell. Track is Ivan off of Von Cell, a 2015 album. A Brooklyn-based, via Germany, electropop artist. I don't know. It kind of jammed. Let Von Cell sell you. Maybe.
Yeah, Von Cell.
Sell me, Von Cell.
Untie your shoelace, bring it down. Mama, don't need no glory. Come make me famous.
I like this, but I feel like it like on some corner in Sweden somewhere. Like they're making all this music.
You know, you're probably not too far off. I think that's the trend. I think that you know, Swedish musicians are probably just street musicians that somehow get record deals. Yeah, it's all right. Honestly, the guy literally has nothing else going on. That was like the one thing. If I looked back in his breadth of his albums, that's pretty much it. So yeah, maybe you get down on the Von Cell train. I know this next track, a lot of people are down on the Jack White train because Jack White's pretty bad fucking ass.
Yeah, well, his new album dropped. Boarding House, I believe, is what it's called, right?
Yeah.
I'm a big. It's weird. I'm a mixed Jack White fan. There's some Jack White I love, some that I just don't really care at all about. But I did like the new album, and this track was in the serving portion of all the tracks from this new album. It's kind of crazy, but
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get down on whatever Jack White puts out. He's obviously got range when it comes to a musician, whether it's just what he's done with White Stripes or himself. It wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. This is probably some more far out shit that he's done recently, but yeah, this is good, man. This is good. Probably a good, literally, no pun intended, a good serving of what this fucking album's like.
Congrats on the beauty of fog on a hill and a kitten with a mouse in its mouth.
It's like listening to the White Stripes on LSD. So yeah, if that's your flavor, then get all over that. Okay, this next track is Maple and Beach. Track is Wedding Season off of their album Run Daw Daw. That's clever as shit. But apparently Maple and Beach are childhood friends. Make experimental pop called Maple and Beach. Their duo. It's no fucking Hall & Oates, but it'll do. There's an and in there, so there's two of them. But it wasn't bad. It's a lot of kind of sampled stuff, but I like this track, Wedding Season, because it kind of is wedding season. So congratulations if you're having a wedding, and you should play this at your wedding. Play this at your wedding. Now, do you think when they play live, do they just sample all that shit, or are they badass and have horn players there?
You hope that they're badass, but you assume that they play a track.
That's what sucks, man. Horns are a rare treat at a live show. We know this, Ty.
I want all the horns.
I want all the horns as well. I want horns when there shouldn't even be horns. Okay.
Absolutely.
Ty, my friend, we are now at track number 12. These earfuls always wrap up quickly.
Holy crap.
You, my sir, have the distinct honor to end the show with your track. Sir, what did you choose?
This is Yuda, I believe is how you say it. They're an Italian band.
Oh.
The track is number 10 off Racy Roller, 2010 album. And yeah, they're from Rome, and they do glam pop, they do punchy. It's kind of UK post-punk. I don't know, they kind of mix it up, but it's still rock and roll at the heart.
Yeah, man, I totally dig it, man. Go I mean, who'd have thunk some boys from Rome would have just nailed that sound so good?
Right?
Man.
Sounds like rock, glamour.
Okay, well, that's it. That's where we cut you off. You do not get any more awesome music from us. But what we do is a segment, because that's just what we do, and we're going to do a segment to end this show.
That's what we do.
Under the cover.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh. Who did it better? All right. It's that time that you all love. This is Under the Covers. This is a segment that we do where we basically pick an old hit and we compare it to a new version of that hit, because that's what people do, and that's what covers are. If you're not stupid, you can understand that concept. But basically, Ty and I scrounge the internet. We find, again, the OG, and we find the cover, and we compare. So on this episode volume 30 of The Earful, we decided to go with a track that obviously everybody in their lifetime has heard. If you haven't, I don't know what's wrong with you. But it's this jam. It happens to be also the name of a delicious chocolate treat that you can have when it's cold outside. Oh. All right, so yeah, if you don't know who that is, that's Hot Chocolate. That's right, Hot Chocolate. The biggest hit Hot Chocolate ever did was what? You Sexy Thing, which obviously is like, you've heard that song, of course. But this is Everyone's a Winner, one of his big singles that he came out with back in the day. And it's, of course, iconic, that little crazy riff there. I mean, everybody knows that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, this guy, Ty, I think it's Ty Segall, or Ty Segall. He's a pretty affluent alternative rocker. Well, he decided to try his best and cover Everyone's a Winner. And it's not too bad. We'll give it a whirl. This is Ty, man. I mean, I think he kills it. And his name is Ty, and he spells it like you, Ty. T-Y. So yeah, it's just a very grunged out version of the OG. I didn't really mind it. When I hail it up against the OG, it's kind of tough because the OG is just so good. What do you think, Ty?
I like Bicycle in a lot of different aspects, but I give this one the hot chocolate.
We got to give it to hot chocolate. All right, it's fair enough. I'm with you on that, man. I think we're both on the same page. Hot chocolate wins, baby. It wins as a delicious chocolate dessert and as original author of Everyone's a Winner. Well, that's it. That is it. That's basically the show. We gave you the 12 tracks. What we typically do on the show, and we will continue to do, is we post these up on www.onoradioshow.com. You can find those episodes there. We have a little sub-page for the Earful. You can actually go back and listen to like all 29 episodes, which would be a shit ton of music for you to listen to as well.
OHNOearful.com.
Thank you, OHNOearful.com. Our fearless leader was kind enough to buy us that URL. We have our own URL. We're that special, which is badass. And we also have a Spotify channel. We do basically a playlist per show kind of situation. So every show's playlist will show up on the Spotify channel. Just search OHNO Radio Show, and you'll find all the past Earfuls, all 29 of them up there. And we'll just continue doing that. But we appreciate everybody taking the time to listen to this. It's just a little companion piece to our playlists, and it gives Ty and I something to do, which is kind of nice, right, Ty?
Indeed, sir. Very happy to hear your voice. We got a bunch of these we got to do.
I love you, man. It's so good to hear your voice, too. And we're going to start doing this new thing here called Secret Track. So we're going to end our shows with the Secret Track. We're not going to tell you what that track is. We're going to give you that satisfaction. Basically, what you'll have to do is just bounce on over to the Spotify channel, and you'll be able to see what the secret track is. And hopefully it's so delectably good that you have to go over there and find out what it was. Sorry.
All right, man.
That's
I'm
it.
excited.
All right. Well, hey, I love you, Ty. All of our, what were we calling them, earbuds? You're our earbuds because you listen to the show. That was a Ty idea. I love that idea. Earbuds.
Everybody's on board.
Good name.
Owen, my man, thank you. Hopefully we passed the kind of approvals session here for our HR visit.
Not at all.
He's pretty mad.
But, that's fine.
Has he been has he been feverishly writing on a notepad the whole time? That's not a good sign, Ty.
Yeah.
All right.
Multiple pages.
All right. Well, hey, much love. Cheers to those mother effing ears, baby.
Use those ears.
All right. We'll take you out to the secret track. Much love. Later.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Come on. Check it out. There's something going down tonight. The word's gotten around and everyone's hyped. So when we're done and we punch the clock, I got to get ready. It's jumping off. Sometimes we feel defeated in days. Then we need to find a place we can beat the malaise. Or look out where they wild with intensity. And lift the whole crowd to the nth degree. See, I've been working myself to death, and I'm just trying
Mikey. Ooh. How long can you hold your breath for?
If
you were just, I'm not asking you to do it. I'm asking.
Probably like 30, 40 seconds.
30, 40?
I think as an ex-smoker, like my lung capacity is shat.
I used to be good. What about you, John?
I would say like 1 minute and 10.
Okay.
70 seconds.
All right, you can pass a minute. All right, 70
That's
seconds.
impressive to me. I don't know. I feel like I'm at the low end, like maybe 40, 50.
Yeah, I'm right there.
45 seconds, maybe.
I think it's one of those things that you don't know until you actually have to do it.
Like I'm underestimating myself, hopefully.
Like if you were trapped underwater in a submarine.
I feel like I'm overestimating myself. I feel like I'd hit 20 seconds and start to panic and suck in a bunch of water and drown and die.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I was wondering this the other week. I'm like, oh no, radio show pool party's coming up.
Like, hold your breath
I
contest?
think it's gonna be a whole no a hold your breath contest.
I think it has to be you have to smoke a full cigarette and then we'll do the hold your breath challenge.
Yes. You have to smoke a cigarette. It's the smokers hold your breath contest. It's only open to the smokers that are in the pool party.
It's the OHNO Smoko hold your breath challenge.
I kind of love that.
And you have to take a long drag before you start holding your breath. Right before the breath counting.
Oh, you have to. So you have to hold. What you're saying is they have to hold their breath with the smoke in their lungs while they're underneath the pool water.
Take a drag.
Oh, that's
hold.
That's rough, man. I like it though. And by the way, guys, if you haven't received your invitation to the OHNO radio show pool party #1 of the pool tour, some of you will be getting that very soon. We've had some openings, so be on the lookout. John, you might be invited.
Maybe
might be get a little invite. Janine. You're his +1, so you're already
I'm
good.
pretty much.
You're already good.
It's already always.
Yeah. But there are a few listeners out there that are expecting their invites, and I'm like, I'm toying with them. I'm like,
stringing them along a little bit.
Stringing them along.
Are you cool enough to go to the pool party?
Yeah, exactly.
You think you're cool enough?
So leave me alone. I'm on smart time. So leave me alone. If you can hold your breath for the whole entirety of this song, automatic win.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you probably did win.
Yeah. Just by proxy.
And you know what? We'll put the trophy right in your grave.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know.
Stick it right in there.
I don't think that I can do much better than you, Mike. I mean, I'm a pretty heavy smoker, as you know, and I think it's kind of like, if I can do, like, I think I can do a minute. I think I can do a minute.
Oh, I feel like a minute would be a lot for me.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like getting down there, even though I'm super competitive, I get really bored.
The trick is you just you gotta pretend you're dead and not move any muscles, not use any of your, not move a single thing. You gotta conserve every ounce of oxygen using,
I feel like my anxiety would be so bad. It'd be like, man, I'm underwater. Man, I bet they're up there saying how dumb I look or how...
Is he
Your
dead?
ears are still out of it's right? Like
no, full submersion.
I think you can do it with as long as your face is in the water, you're good. You don't have to go.
I didn't know this
under.
was the OHNO sissy hold your breath challenge.
Okay, all right.
Full immersion, hard stance.
Full immersion.
Well, and you have to take the whole David Blaine approach, where you just slow your heart rate down.
Yes.
There's a meditation
zone.
Yeah. You got to get into that mode.
No.
Even Ty,
No.
Ty's a heavy.
One beer and smoke a whole cigarette and then be like, I'm ready to do this in the water.
Well, because think about the average amount of breaths you take per minute.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm a fat guy. I need a lot of oxygen.
But actually, they've done studies where taking quick, short breaths before you hold your breath for a long time is actually more efficient in holding your breath longer.
Is it?
You see, that's something I didn't know.
I don't know. Google it though, because
Yeah, I'm not Googling.
I'm not a doctor.
How do you even Google that?
That's the center.
Janine, technically you're in the Google seat.
Do I gotta Google it?
Yeah, you Google it.
That's the center of every conversation. Is like, or every intense one, anyways. Look it up.
What article did I read where there was research done?
Yeah.
where it's like short breaths. Okay. See, I thought it would be just like calm.
Because it preps your lungs.
Yeah, I would think you would have to breathe slower.
Slow in
and
out,
get used to
and
it.
then get one big one. And then underwater.
I don't know.
I'm not a breathing expert.
Oh, really?
What I like to breathe in is cigarette smoke, vape shit, and a little bit of the devil's lettuce.
Even then, sometimes beer goes down my air hole, so it's like I'm inhaling
Oh,
that.
yeah. It's the worst when beer comes out your nose. When it like you kind of do like coffee
yeah.
goes down the wrong pipe, but then it comes out your nose somehow.
Or like you burp, and then like the carbonation goes through your nose. You're like, what the fuck?
It's like when you were a kid and you jumped and you forgot to close your nose somehow, or like you were a dickhead and put your nose straight in as you jumped into a pool and the water goes shooting up your nose.
Oh, yeah.
Like you don't tilt your head the right way.
And then, or you don't just know to like breathe out your nose as you press the
as
water.
and you get that full like that
your eyes just start watering. You're like, I can't see.
You know
what the
what's
fuck?
weird? You know what's weird though? Like water will shoot up your nose, but I feel like it doesn't shoot in your ears. Like it doesn't go.
Oh,
in your
I get
ears
it
the
though.
same
I
way.
get. I mean, it doesn't. If you land the wrong way, like I've been knocked into a pool before,
And
where I've knocked
sideways, it, like,
sideways,
goes
and then
straight
it
in.
will go straight in.
But I feel like,
and then you got to do that shake the fucking ear out thing for like
and
the
then
next hour.
That is one of the most relieving feelings when you
When it
feel
finally-
that,
when you
that
finally
like
get
that
it.
little bubble like release, and then it starts draining.
It's
You're
like
like
orgasming out your ear.
No, it is. I've always
it feels
said
so good.
one of the best inventions ever by mankind is the Q-tip. Now, I know you're not supposed to use them in your ears, but fucking A if I do.
Yeah.
And I squeaky squeak them. I'm like, let me get these bitches. Oh, I love a good eargasm.
Like
Love it.
touching your brain up in there.
Yeah.
Like,
I go deep.
If I'm not hitting the eardrum, I don't feel like I'm doing the right.
Yeah,
I feel like I
exactly.
am. Like
I knock on the
getting-
door. I play my eardrum. I'm like, oh, okay. I won't work. I just want to
I only stop when my ear stops me. I'll keep going.
That's why he can't hear so well, apparently.
Yeah. What?
So how ready are you for the OHNO pool tour, Mikey?
I mean, I got my pool bandana ready.
Yeah? You got your shorts all set out?
Yeah, I got a bathing suit all ready. I have to dig them out, but I got some sandals. This might be a one and only.
Sandals.
For you guys to see me in some open.
Yeah, get them nasty feet
Some
out in the
toe
open.
footwear.
Okay.
Do you want to go get a petty?
No, I don't want to subject anybody to touching or feeling my feet. I think it's gross.
Oh, you should do it. You should do it.
Especially
You'll
if you're
love
going,
it.
If you're going open toed, you should do it.
Yeah, man, it's the way to go. Well, I've been manscaping in preparation.
I'm gonna. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen it. I occasionally will shave an M into my stomach. Fuzz.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you got it right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm letting it
Let
grow.
me see your belly. Okay. All right.
There's something. to
Mine
work
was.
with.
I think mine was hairier before I trimmed mine.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna keep this bad boy all for the pool party.
Okay. So yeah, I've been going to a lot of pools lately, and I don't know, started to feel self-conscious. I'm like, it's time. I do a little.
Oh, welcome.
I do a
Welcome to the
little-
world of unsightly body hair.
Yeah, I'm like, like I get weird little like patches of body hairs, and I get
Yep.
like, and I've said this before on the show. Like I do have weird grooming habits where, I'll okay. Most guys, I believe, either do it like over a toilet, like so they can shave them in, or a trash can. Me, I like to lay down.
Okay.
I like to really make a presentation out of it for
Like
myself.
a flat, like you need a clean flat surface to like.
Yes.
What laying down? Why would you have to lay down? So do you not work in front of a mirror? when you're shaving?
No, I'm working in front of a mirror.
Laying down?
Yeah, lay down. I lay down.
What does that look like?
I've got a mirror like on the wall. Like it's in my bedroom here, you know. And I put a towel down and I light some
And
candles.
then Owen stares directly into the brown eye. And
I've
shaves.
heard this before.
And so I get going and I trim my pubes. I gotta, cause you know every guy's gotta kind of do some maintenance down there. And by the time I get done trimming my pubes, I'm like, fuck, it just looks weird. Like if I don't, you know, do the rest, then it just like there's a line. Like I can't stop at my belt line.
You can't overcompensate either, because then you're just like removing everything, or it
You
looks
gotta fade.
Then you're a big baby man. yeah. So that's exactly what happened to me the other day. I'll show you. I mean, I'm pretty, you know, like
okay.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna leave it
fairly
because
trimmed.
I got some nipple fuzz that I'll show you.
See, I get total nipple like. But
Oh
mine,
wow! Wait, yeah.
Mine go all the way around. Yours don't go all. I don't think you got all the way around. You
No,
don't have
see-
the bottom.
But
There's hair under this nip.
I missed one.
Well,
right
Mikey
there.
B said
pull
little
that
bit
out.
of nipple fuzz, and that's not a little bit.
Oh, I had way more before I trimmed my shit. Oh, I had way more than that. Oh yeah, I see.
No, this. Okay, so this is a little bit of nipple.
Oh, that
fuzz.
ain't. You got nothing.
That's a little bit.
You got baby
Yeah,
bird
I was
chest.
say like you're a pubescent boy.
Yeah, it's Jeremiah.
Straight hair.
God damn it.
And then my belly button's got a little bit of hair by it, but that's with the whole lint thing. And,
I have
you know.
I have a whole happy fucking Russian forest before my.
Yeah, my happy trail starts at my neck and then envelops my nips and then kind of comes in and goes straight down into my pubic region.
Yeah.
And so I kind of have to do all the same. Like my pubes are almost the same as my chest hair. Like they're almost the same tear.
So.
And it's awful. It's awful, by the way, because even when I trim, like I never shave, but even when I trim, I guess I must just trim them a little too short because I can feel them. If I do this,
It's
they
bristly.
stick through the shirt. Like the prickles, like I can feel the prickles through my shirt.
They keep your shirt like on your chest too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what's really funny, occasionally I will like shave down to bare my pubes.
I don't
and,
like
the
doing
whole thing.
that. It burns so much
But
afterwards.
it looks
a little bit.
It looks goofy because my thighs are still hairy.
Yes.
My tummy and like
oh, I got
my
hairy ass legs too. Yeah,
my
they-
like my upper pappus is still hairy, but like right around my junk and balls is just like bald.
Now you're wearing like,
It's like
you
an
know how women
oasis.
wear stockings, like
Yeah.
sexy stockings.
Yeah.
Now you're wearing hair stockings that just come up to your just above the thigh, like right around the top of the thigh line. Hair.
Well,
yeah.
okay, and tell me,
Nice high
tell me if I'm
sock.
crazy, but are pube hairs a little curlier, or
They're thicker and coarser.
Your hair follicles are different in different parts of your body.
They are, but I'm honest.
It's
to
like
God,
twigs.
I don't think like maybe my chest hair is a
right, think
little
about
bit
your-
smoother, but they're curly too. So I get like they're
Right.
not that much different than my pubes.
How's your underarm hair?
It's wispy like
great.
a ghost.
Yeah, it's wispy.
yeah,
Closer-
yeah.
I have
that's a good
wispy
Closer
ghost
to like your
underarms.
actual hair on top of your
Yeah,
head.
different. Yeah,
But like probably a little bit thicker than that.
I would say so.
No, my
underarm. My underarm
No,
hair.
no,
is
no. My hair is
thinner
thicker than my underarm hair.
Yeah, my underarm hair is thin.
Yeah, very thin.
wispy.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's a
Wispy
lot
is
of
the
it,
word.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of it, but it's thin.
I have this thing where like when I put my arms down at my side, I shave only the part of my underarm that pokes out of my like when I keep my arm.
It's like
down.
you're trimming nose hairs.
The
with your
prickly.
armpit.
Yeah.
So it's like right here in the crease of my arm. I'll only shave that if it pokes out a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of like trim it up, like so
Yeah,
it doesn't
shore it
come
up,
out
so-
the edge of the.
Yeah, I don't want to look like I'm holding somebody in a
My
headlock or
God,
something.
if you guys were women, you would have so much hair to have to take off of your bodies and be awful.
And I don't.
Oh,
I
my
don't
legs-
admire what you have to
my
go through.
legs are hairy too. Yeah.
If we were women, we would not be talking about this because that's just not sexy.
That's true. That's true.
And women
No.
aren't allowed to talk about this.
Well, it
Oh
gets
no, I don't. Oh no, I'll go like a month, 2 months, and not shave my armpits.
you can.
It's that's
You know
whatever.
what?
That's fine.
I give no fucks most of the
That
time.
was a little bit of a trend for a while. I think like a year ago.
The
or
women were
something.
growing them
like,
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
armpit.
When girls were dyeing their armpits.
I don't know.
What
I'm
is
not
that?
behind.
Enough
Don't
hair.
call attention to them. Do we need
Gonna,
that?
Like, if I got a full grow out my armpit hair, that's a solid year's work of trying to grow out, and it just like it's uncomfortable sometimes. So like, there is a necessity,
32 years of growth right here. Ah, yeah.
but you still trim it. So that's
I
the
do
thing
trim,
is too.
trim
like,
a limb.
Yeah.
Never down. I just like excess. Yeah,
But you gotta
manscape.
just do a full exfoliation, soften the hair, and then trim it.
All right.
Make sure you
I do that
condition
before
a
I
little
gel.
bit.
I'll never wax though.
Don't do it. You have no need to.
That's too painful. That's not worth it. There's other ways to remove it.
Yeah.
I did the old, like I said, lying down on my towel in front of my mirror.
How long is this whole? Is it like a 45-minute situation?
Just say about half hour. It's a good half hour.
You gotta plan it out.
I
Take a chunk out of a Sunday.
I like to judge it by the length of the show American Pickers. I'll watch American Pickers if I'm not done by the next episode of American Pickers.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up.
You're not
Take
giving
it too long.
You're not giving 100% of your attention to the task at hand, dealing with your most sensitive parts.
I want to see
You're
what
like half
what
watching
antique
it.
sign Mike might buy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You're like, oh my god, they're looking at an old lawnmower.
He found a 39 Schwinn in there, and it's got original paint.
Oh, look at that knucklehead. Oh, look at that thing. Not even into motorcycles. But I got done with it, and it was, right before we started, every day here in Florida we get the storms.
Yep.
So, what am I going to do with that hair? I'm going to shake it off, in the yard. Like, why wouldn't I do that? Like, that's,
Wait.
that's easier to do than, flush
What do you
it.
normally do with it?
Shake
it out into the yard?
eat it.
Every time I shake it out when I shave my beard, I trim my beard, I throw it out in the yard. Do you not do that? No, is that normal?
I mean,
thing?
I throw
Nope.
my hair in the trash.
Okay, well, I like to throw mine in
Some
the
people
yard.
just leave it on the shower wall.
I do that. Yes, I do that. I leave it on my shower wall.
Well, I got a little. I beat the storm by about 10 minutes. Let's just say, and I threw everything out there.
I beat the storm in about.
Maybe I didn't
3.5
walk out as
minutes
far
this
because it was
morning.
already sprinkling. I didn't walk out as far in the yard as I usually
You took
would.
a few steps, did a good shake, and then came back inside.
10, 15 minutes later, I kind of even forget about it. I'm like, it's still not crazy storming yet. Maybe I'll get one more quick smoke on the porch before the crazy storm comes. Cool. Go out, sit on the porch. Wind starts kicking up. It's all crazy. I get the Pube Tumbleweed come across my foot. It rolls across the top of my foot. A Pube Tumbleweed. I'm like,
rolling.
I mean, I guess
keep those pubes rolling.
You did create that monster.
Pube high. Pube 'em up, roll 'em back. Pube 'em up, roll 'em out.
You can feed your pubes to somebody if you
Pube
wanted to.
It's weird. It simultaneously grossed me out while making me proud. The part of me was a little bit like, you know what?
I made that.
Look at that man rolling.
You went, ew. But I made that.
I did.
Ew.
That's a part of me.
Yeah.
Goodbye, PB.
I just thought about it. I'm like, I'm so happy this happened. This was yesterday, by the way. I'm so happy it happened yesterday and not today. Imagine if I would have had John around or Janine around. They're sitting, and I was sitting in Teresa's chair. What if it had even Teresa when she came home? The timing couldn't have been better.
If
But what if
Teresa would have got the Pube Tumbleweed across the toe?
Or she's like, Janine's wearing these lovely shoes, these nice shoes. What if that would have, my pube, tumbleweed would have rolled across her shoe?
I just hope you wouldn't have lied about it. Like, oh, that's the cat hair. And then meanwhile, they're like...
They're looking at the cat. They're like,
puby hands and puby... yeah.
Well, it's not like white and red like the cat is, so it's you're like
completely different color.
Yeah,
That's not cat hair.
Can't pull it off.
It's a short hair cat.
It's not cat hair. Can I ask you guys opinions on hookahs? Hookahs.
Huh.
Recently came into contact with somebody that was trying to sell a hookah.
I think everyone who has a hookah is also trying to sell said hookah.
Yeah.
I've never met somebody who owned a hookah who wasn't like, oh, you like it? going back.
Oh no, I actually do know people who own a hookah and like actively smoke out. Of
Actively?
It. Yeah.
Because I feel like it's one of those things that just gets pulled out every once in a
no,
while
I mean,
at a party
yeah.
or something.
It seems like a disingenuous form of smoking, like or like the lowest one you could.
I don't know. I find them tacky. Like the look of them looks like. I find them more tacky than even a bong. If you had a bong sit in your living room, I'm like, this guy smokes. If you got your everyday life is you've got a hookah sitting on your coffee table in your fucking like living room.
All right, think about it this way: if you had like a little vape setup where you had like 3 or 4 different mouthpieces you could take, but you had different flavors you could try.
Oh,
still not sold.
But
But-
because the one thing I do like about like hookahs, the hoses. There's a couple different ones. So
John,
you
you look like a hookah man.
I'm
gonna just go ahead and say.
You know what?
But it is a different. It's like a cultural thing. Like you don't like them, you won't do it. Like
Right.
that's just how.
And well,
I've enjoyed hookah smoke before, but I'm bored with it by the end.
The closest thing I've
fucks my mouth
I've
up.
done
Yeah.
because I've done hookah a couple of times. Wasn't really that impressed, but like the way I utilize it the most is when I used to smoke or allegedly if I were to, you take the hookah cakes and you put them on a tray like a baking tray or something. You heat them up and then you drop little nugs of weed.
That's a waste of weed, though.
No, because then, it depends. Like the hotboxing. If you're hotboxing like a little room or something,
I suppose if you're doing it that way.
If I were to smoke, like I don't know. I can say I've never done it.
Allegedly.
There were maybe parties where you saw something of this nature.
yeah. And
Where you maybe allegedly were.
Yeah, and from what I'm told, it works. It works.
I was always more of
wink,
a gravity bong in the bathroom.
You actually, just as he looks like a hookah man, you look like a gravity bong man.
Well, I do love us
out of a pool. Tell me you've done a gravity bong out of a pool.
Yeah,
of course.
You would.
Yeah,
you would.
We built like a
get that sweet chlorine,
bro. You use like a 3-liter RC Cola,
the
bottle.
Faygo bottles.
Yeah, the big ones.
Yeah, I know. What
maximum chamber.
Uh-huh.
Allegedly.
We don't know. Yeah.
Allegedly.
You guys have to be the judge of this, but a couple people have said this in the past that me and John might be like evil podcast twins. Like, I don't know which one's the evil one, but we are podcast twins.
Yeah.
One of us has to be the evil one. First off, do you see any resemblance? Second, who's the evil one?
It's tough to say that we're twins because, you know what? Because that's insulting to me because we look the same age.
Right, and you're a lot younger than me.
I know. That's insulting to me.
Owen has aged fairly well.
He really has.
You know, I'm not bad looking for 32, am I?
If we're podcast twins, that gives me hope for my future. Hopefully, But especially if I put on a bandana, you guys haven't seen a picture of me in a bandana.
It's close. It
But
might be
yeah.
a tie.
Let me try to find one right now of me, because then it's like kind of spitting image. Like
I can kind of see a profile that you guys might be caught off guard as very similar.
I would say our main difference, because we were talking about our hair growth.
Yeah.
Like our facial hair grows in a little bit differently, and my hair's longer.
Yeah.
You got a little more St. Cloud in you.
What does that mean?
It's a little Joe Dirt.
Yeah. It's
little.
Don't insult my twin that way. You're not allowed to
Right?
insult my twin.
Yeah.
Only I'm allowed to
my
insult my
God.
twin.
We're supposed to be comrades in
yeah,
this.
that's it. I seriously don't know where that's even coming from. Maybe I'll turn.
It's like a
that
doorbell.
off.
It's like one of those
Maybe
new fancy
I'll-
doorbells.
I think I know where it is. There it is. Trust me, it wasn't anything good.
I thought I could find a picture of me in a bandana. It's not happening.
No.
Nope.
I can
No
see
bandana, John.
I can see a little resemblance in the face. Like
We're both skinny
you both
fox.
have slim, slim faces.
I think it's more when I had my longer hair too. We would
More
have
than likely.
looked a little like I never could rock a cool hat like him. I was
The fedora?
Yeah, fedora. Thank you. Because people say hat, and I'm like, it's a fedora.
It is a fedora. It is a fedora. But I don't know. I've never been good looking in a fedora. Although I had one in high school.
I think
Try to rock it.
again. I think it's one of those things where you go through that phase, and some people come out on the other side like able to wear it. But I think a lot of young guys go through that phase where like, you know, I'm gonna try and wear a fedora.
I'm gonna be different.
I'm gonna wear the fedora. And some guys put it on. You're like, I don't think you're a fedora guy.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? It's a new trend that I'm gonna start for myself.
Wide brim fedora?
Kangle, straight up, bro. I'm gonna start rocking Sam Jackson Kangles all day.
Are you gonna wear them forwards or backwards?
Both. But I'm gonna primarily go with them backwards because I'm hip.
With the slim side on the back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's the way That's the way to do it.
I like this.
And then I'm gonna make a guy walk in the snow with his boots, with just his boots,
Just his boots.
and whip up my little white cock and have him suck it.
I think we should do a remake of the Hateful Eight, but with just other characters that all those actors have played.
But just that scene.
Yeah.
And just that scene.
But somehow you have to incorporate the beard eating. Or like pube.
Okay, all right.
Okay, pube, tumbleweed,
consumption.
eating. Yeah. Pube, tumbleweed goes across, and you're like, wait, eat this.
I can get in this.
This is.
Oh, do you remember that movie, She's All That?
I do.
Paul Walker.
Was it Paul Walker? Yeah, it was. Yeah. And that chick, Rachel Lee Cook.
Rachel Lee Cook. Yep.
Look at me.
With the what's the song?
You want me.
I know who.
It's pretty close, guys.
Anyways.
Sixpence None the Richer did that song.
Thank
There
you.
you go. I was like, I know it. You'll get it. There's a scene where I think, like, this guy like shoves his hand down his pants, like pulls pubes out, puts it on a pizza, and forces a kid to eat the pizza.
That sounds
yummy.
about right for a good old 90s movie
Right?
bullying.
Pizza pubin.
And that movie was probably PG-13 at that time.
Oh yeah, I was watching that in middle school.
Yummy.
You know
That's
what?
terrifying. I think
We need more people eating pubes in this day and age, I think.
pubes or penis. Which one would you be force fed?
Real quick.
I'm going to eat someone's pubes before I eat their penis.
I can agree with that, yeah.
I'm going to eat some pubes before I have
you would rather eat pubes than have a penis put in your mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
What, is that different?
Yeah.
for you?
I was just like,
Well,
huh.
yeah, cool.
I'm trying to figure out, like, it'd probably be the pubes just because, like.
I mean, a lot of times both happen at the same time,
it,
but
No, but Mikey B asking the question again made me doubt it. Like, is there something I'm missing? Like, I don't know. Maybe I do like a dick in my mouth. No, pubes all
No,
the way.
I guess I'm
Pubes.
going with pubes. Like,
Pubes.
just choke them back. Give me a Coors banquet. Well, just
it's like having
shotgun a pube.
shotgun a pube. Oh.
Name of the show.
Be a little dry, but
you're just a hairball coughing all.
While we're on the topic of 90s things,
90s.
hear me out here. Guess what Warner Brothers is relaunching?
okay. Let me guess. Hold on. No. Can we take guesses? Let's guess.
Please take guesses.
Okay, Warner Brothers, 90s.
Speaking of 90s,
90s
Martin.
TV
I have-
show.
I have-
TV show.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Martin.
I don't want to give you too many more
No,
clues.
leave it at that.
Wait, it is a TV show or referenced on a TV
Fear
show?
Factor?
Is a TV show. Was a TV show. shall we
Was.
say. Okay, and I think it might have started in the late 80s and traveled through to the 90s.
Okay.
But I think it's more 90s than it is 80s for sure.
Okay.
They're bringing something back, bro. And it's going to be huge.
It's not Roseanne.
Definitely not that.
By the WB?
The WB, I think Warner Brothers is, you know how
They're the
all those
CW
companies are
now.
linked together to.
Yeah.
Even like, I think the WB sells a lot of content to Fox, I want to believe. Like,
probably so.
Yeah, I think
Back
they're
and
I think
forth.
they're linked together in ways.
Yeah.
So it might be a Fox property now. I don't know. But the WB is the one that's that racist ass frog. He's the one that's bringing
Michigan
this back.
J Frog.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, so
what other random trivia you want today?
If I'm
Hello, my baby.
What are you
Hello,
guessing?
my
What
honey.
are you
Hello,
guessing?
my
John?
I'm gonna list. I'm gonna
girl.
say either they're bringing back The Office or Friends.
No. Gotta think a little more obscure than that.
No, because the Friends didn't start in the 80s. You're right.
And well, you said The Office, like that's
that's
more,
way off.
That's 2000.
I'm even further off. Yeah.
All right.
Give me
One more clue.
One
clue.
more.
There's a puppet in it.
Alf.
Fuck yeah, it's Alf.
Yeah.
Mikey.
Alf.
How is this coming back?
I am really excited.
I hope they
about-
use the original Alf puppet too.
You got to just pull that thing out of storage. You can't
I
like
wanna see-
redesign it. You can't modernize it. You got to use the same Alf. The
That thing
voice is a big deal too.
He had almost like a Rodney Dangerfield as.
Oh, he was the
quality to
Rodney
him.
Dangerfield of puppets.
No respect. Alf gets no respect
because he always wants to eat cats.
Right?
Well,
is that what it?
I
Oh,
wanna
is that
see-
like such a euphemism?
I want to see Alf come back and be like,
Oh, it was. Oh, it was.
Have him be like, "Hey, who let this freaking Cheeto run the country?" Like make fun of Trump right away.
Oh yeah. Who's this pumpkin?
Look at Alf.
Oh, good Lord. The gas is on. I forgot to light the oven. Oh well. Better late than never.
He's that's such a good puppet. Can you really do Alf in 2018?
Yeah.
If you
Or 19, which is probably the more likely.
Well, the issue is if they carry in the expectations that Alf was, then they might be disappointed. But if they go in seeing it as another show that's coming out or another thing that's being redone, then it might be pretty successful.
I didn't realize they've been trying to shop a movie for Alf for years.
Really?
Like yeah, Alf is.
Well, I mean, puppet like with
No,
the
people
with
love that
Muppets.
show.
Yeah.
Sony bought like the rights to it like in 2012 or something like that, and we're gonna do it, and then the project fell through. So now it's finally like how Hollywood is. Like if
Takes
it
a
falls
little
through,
while.
it takes a little while to get traction again.
No, but I appreciate that process because somebody like Alf is legendary enough to where you want to get it right.
You're talking like Alf is a real human. Somebody like Alf, they need to get his story correct.
He deserves.
Yeah, he deserves the
understands
best.
me, man.
They can't do that at some rinky-dink studio. Alf deserves better.
He deserves better.
Was Alf?
Look
is
at that
Alf Jim
80s.
Henson?
Look at that
Oh,
80s
those-
studio quality.
Yeah, that is a good question. I don't know if Alf was Jim Henson. Can you look that up?
Yeah.
Would you mind?
Is he a Muppet? Or
Well,
is
No,
he just a
he's
puppet?
he wouldn't fall under the category of a Muppet.
No, but
Muppet,
I see the similarities.
Yeah,
between
yeah.
what Jim Henson does and
I
Alf.
wouldn't be terribly shocked if like Jim Henson was in charge of designing the
No,
Muppets.
not at
They
all.
still have a huge studio out in California. I mean, they're not. They do a lot of stuff, but they just don't.
Who the Henson
Yeah.
guys? Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder what they're doing now because like they've had those couple Muppet movies that had a revival.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love the
I
Muppets.
love
I love the Muppets too. I liked the first one. With the guy from Flight of the Conchords, did a lot of the music for it. Was in that movie. Not Jermaine, the other one.
Brett.
You're not.
Hello.
Talking,
Hello, Brett.
you're not talking about the guy from I Love You, Man, the tall guy.
Oh no.
No, but like
he was in a
all
That was
the
Jason
music
Segel.
was done.
Jason Segel.
Yeah, Jason Segel was the original guy that did that first Muppets one. Then
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais did the second one, or am I getting them backwards?
I'm not certain.
I'm thinking
I
it's
think he
vice.
did the second one.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's vice versa. Ricky Gervais first.
No, I think it was Jason Segel first.
What time frame are you thinking? Like the most recent ones?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
So
they
the
had-
most recent ones, the start of it was Jason from. Oh my gosh! Why no? Dang it!
I'm telling you,
Hold on.
Brett though, for the first one, Brett from Flight of the Conchords, he did like a ton of the songs. Like he was.
Really?
Oh, did he? Did he?
Oh, like wrote a bunch of the songs.
Yeah,
That's
there were
badass.
Most of
Alf is not a Muppet.
he is not a Muppet. Alf officially not a Muppet.
Not a Muppet.
Although quality Muppet-like technology.
Yeah.
Quality puppet
Oh,
making.
Mhm.
Those hands.
Oh, and can we just-
Also, Alf, perfect haircut for this day and age. Just gonna go ahead and
Oh,
say
yeah.
it. Total alt-right haircut, just like us.
Oh, and can we spend a whole bunch of money once we get it and get us all made, me and Ty, made into Muppets, and then just start doing the show with Muppets?
That's my dream. Like,
Okay.
that's,
All right.
I'm
On board.
I am perfectly fine with this Twitch just being
Muppets.
Muppets of us talking.
Yeah.
I just
one
want to
day.
Like, hold on, let's see.
Oh man, we're gonna have to.
I
Hire
can't imagine I'll be like, oh, great, Owen, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm not doing the puppet the whole time. I'm gonna have to hire somebody to sit here. The Muppet's gonna have to actually produce the show too, and he's gonna have to know how to do the the faders.
We could just do Mr. Owen's neighborhood and be like, oh, everyone, my
Owens.
favorite Muppet friend Mike B is here.
Wait, so I'm the only one that has to fucking do the show? Like,
Yeah,
you
I
guys
mean,
get to be Muppets. I don't get to be a Muppet.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Mr.
You
Owens.
guys are sitting
neighborhood.
out on the porch with microphones, just hanging out. I'm just in here fucking with two fucking puppeteers. Like,
You get a sweater vest.
We're out there. We're out there smoking cigarettes.
sounds like
Like
shit.
hanging out.
I'm not into it.
We'll get you not a trolley because you're not a trolley guy.
No.
We'll get you a little British taxi, like a little
Okay.
black British taxi that'll drive through, and you'll be like, "Oh, hello, taxi. Beep, beep. How you doing today?" And it'll be like, "Beep beep," and you're like, "Hey, taxi, watch it, buddy."
Yeah, the guy who go, fuck off, Owen, you bloke.
Every
Fucking
episode is
white
another
guy.
way that I like destroy the taxi as it comes through. Yeah.
Do you want some Muppet trivia?
Oh, why wouldn't I?
What do you got? What do you got?
Who was the first actual Muppet?
Oh
Shit.
Okay. All right. Can you give us
You want some options?
4 options?
Okay, yeah, I can do some 4 options.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. Let's get a couple options on this one.
Okay.
Because
Number 1, Miss Piggy.
okay,
Number 2, Kermit the Frog.
this is the first one that appeared on TV or the first one made.
Like the
Doesn't it say?
it just says which was the first Muppet?
Okay. All right. Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy, Kermit the Frog.
Okay.
Rolf, or Fozzie Bear.
Kermit.
Yeah, well, Kermit seems like the obvious
I'm
choice.
gonna say Fozzie Bear.
I want to say Rolf.
Winner.
Rolf's
Rolf.
the first one.
Rolf the
Alright.
dog.
Wow.
She winked at you. I know. It's
Oh, get out of
it's
here.
the
No
bees.
collusion.
It's the bees. We know.
It says
Tainted and unclean.
Yes, I know.
despite Kermit the Frog often being credited as the iconic Muppet, Rolf was actually the first known Muppet, quote, star as a recurring character on the Jimmy Dean Show.
Okay.
Predates the actual Muppet
Yep.
Show.
Was he playing the piano back then?
Probably. I love Rolf.
Wait, was
I
Jimmy
love Rolf too, but you
He's
got to say
great.
that Kermit's the
Is the icon.
he's the icon.
Exactly. He's the front.
He's the
front
John
runner.
Cena of the
Yeah.
Muppet
But-
universe.
But Rolf is.
I'm
Rolf is pretty
Kermit
chill.
Frog.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I didn't guess Kermit. Like, that was the obvious answer, and you know it's never, like, the...
You can't see me.
I almost did it. I almost tried it.
Almost tried it.
But it takes me too long to find my Kermit.
That wasn't a bad quick Kermit.
You got, yeah, you got to get that drip in your throat going.
It's
so
hard.
It's like,
It's
Oh no.
Kermit's hard.
Oh no.
I don't even.
Well, shit, now that everybody else has done their Kermit.
what do you got?
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here.
And probably
God
the
damn it,
best
the
one.
best one.
The best one, Mikey B.
He had more time to think about it though.
Easy.
Yeah, well, I was
Well, you had to
mentally,
pull it.
mentally trying to get to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Ask him to do a British accent. And
Oh yeah.
I'm,
Hello, governor.
I'm not gonna disgrace your country.
no, he just
by
does
doing-
a tour. He just does a little.
I go all over.
Just.
He ends up in like China somehow though too.
I don't know. It's my favorite thing though.
You got another question, or is that the?
Oh, you want more?
Yeah, I do want more Muppet trivia.
More Muppet trivia.
Why wouldn't I?
More Muppet trivia.
Let's see.
Hey, everybody.
Ask me another question here.
All right, so okay, in the Muppet franchise, including let's see, 8 feature films.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give me 4 of them.
Okay, Muppets Christmas Carol.
The Great Muppet Caper.
The one with okay.
No, the actual name.
Okay. Well, all right.
Fuck.
Treasure Island. What's the
Muppets Treasure Island.
No, that's not the name. That's not the name of it, is it? The one with the pirates. Is it Muppets Treasure Island?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
I'll
All
give
right.
it
So
to
we
you.
need one more. We need one more.
Muppets
We're doing
take
this as a team.
Muppets Take Manhattan.
Ah, there we go.
Oh,
We
there it
got
is. Yep.
Yep.
Four of them.
I didn't even contribute at all.
The others were The Muppet Movie,
Boo. That's too easy.
Cop out.
Muppets from Space,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
I haven't.
The Muppets, and Muppets Most Wanted, which I think Muppets Most Wanted is the most recent with the two Kermit the Frogs.
I've seen that.
And
Yes, I saw
is
that.
that Ricky Gervais?
Yes, I
Okay.
believe so. I believe that. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais is the second one. The
Yeah,
newer,
so
the
the
newest
more
ones.
recent one. Yeah.
Oh my God! There's
I
a
was
whole
right, John.
goddamn line.
you motherfucker.
The Seagull one was good though. I like that one.
The Seagull one's better than the Gervais one, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so the
One
Muppet-
more. Let's do one more.
Let's see.
By the way, have you seen that video where it's Big Bird? Is it at Jim Henson's funeral? Like it's
What?
it's the saddest thing ever.
Aw.
And it's like the guy that played Big Bird in the suit, and apparently like he was just like sobbing and
Crying.
crying
Oh,
inside,
no.
and it's like it's on TV, and he's
Yeah,
trying to
I hope
hold
they
it
got
together.
I hope they got Ernie over there, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Big Bird, your chest is wet. What's wrong, Big
Hey,
Bird?"
let's see if I can try and find it. Hang on.
You've been crying? What? Why would they show that?
Mind your business, Bert.
Yeah.
I hope Ernie gets in there. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Bert."
Big Bird at Jim Henson's
Flock on out of
memorial.
here, motherfucker.
It's so sad.
Oh.
Watch. Like, oh my God. Like, and it's the guy.
Oh, he's
It's-
got his own like.
He's got his
Oh
own.
Christ!
Oh, I know.
Oh man. Oh no.
No, you're already sobbing. Like you can't not.
This is.
Spend the day the color of the leaves. When I think it could be nicer.
You know he's dying
Yes,
inside.
or yellow or gold or
This
something
is
much more
rough.
colorful like that.
Why did you have to let him sing a song?
Oh, it's so sad.
Easy being green.
Oh.
Jeez.
It seems you blend in with so many other ordinary things. And people tend
God
to
damn
tell
it,
But
Big Bird.
what's so crazy about that too is that
I just want to go and hug
they're
Big Bird.
Well, they're so
Right.
good with the emotions of how those puppets move,
Yeah.
like that you
It's a
can
human.
that you can see
The
the
sad-
emotion
yeah.
and the sadness in the fucking puppet.
It's
Like,
working.
It's
really working.
It's awful.
Oh,
Just how
man.
Big Bird like cocks his neck, like because you like grew up looking at him, you know that like, oh, that's like the neck position Big
Yeah.
Bird makes when he's sad.
Yeah.
That little.
And his eyes are a little like.
I can't watch any more of that. I'm sorry.
I-
Like,
yeah.
I'd love to, but I just can't. Like,
Please don't.
When you guys go home, I'll be there watching that, crying on my
Oh,
porch.
fuck.
It's okay.
I just want to hug that big fluffy man.
One more question. Do you got one?
Let's see.
No. It's okay if you don't. You'll come back to it in a minute. I
What
did.
word rhymes with Muppet? Puppet.
Got it.
Got it. Correct.
Got him.
What's the name of the Metallica cover band that's all Muppets?
Oh.
Oh.
Muppetalica.
Muppet. Yeah.
Passer of Muppets.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, speaking of the name, why is it called a Muppet?
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, there's got to be the play on words.
So Mupp. I mean puppet. Obviously, we got
Yeah,
that
yeah,
part.
yeah,
But what's the Mupp? The
Well, just why did
man
you put M?
operated puppet. No, that doesn't work.
Man.
Is it because like they had
Monster puppet. No.
I don't know.
Man operated.
Help us out, Janine.
All right. So you're kind of on the right track. It's puppet and marionette.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So,
okay.
which because marionettes are really creepy in the fact that like they're much more like
Articulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do have that like upper and lower body movement, but the puppets Like it's
typically a puppet's like
a
sock
hand,
puppet or a hand, like
or like ventriloquism, which,
right?
Like,
they
those
were
get creepy.
Fuck those things.
I was gonna say,
don't like those
Those are
things.
too creepy,
I don't
no.
like them.
While Kermit looked like he was like a stick-operated Muppet, there were Muppets like Rolf and Fozzie who it looked like there was a guy with just his arms in
Well,
it,
yeah, how
like
Big Bird.
because the hands were all
Yeah.
like fully like humanly articulate, and they weren't like Kermit.
Again,
it
like-
looked like a stick.
Again,
with-
like Big Bird.
Yeah.
Like Ralph had
Yeah.
like fingers and arms in there.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it depended on obviously on the different type of puppet or whatever.
Because then
but-
it gets to a point where they even have like facial like reactions with like the
Eyebrows,
eyelids and-
yeah.
yeah.
I think by the end of it, they got to the point it needed like 3 or 4 people to operate those
whole thing.
operate them correctly in conjunction. And like that stuff's fascinating to
Oh,
me.
shit.
Like,
Well, I was gonna
being
say-
able to like you do this arm, you do that arm, you do the
big
eyes, you do the
ones.
mouth.
Oh my
There
like,
were
the whole.
Well, do you remember like the original Ninja Turtles movie from the 90s?
Sure.
They said that the facial animations on those were controlled by several people, and it was like
crazy.
you're in charge of eyebrows. Like you just
See, and that's
operate eyebrow, and you
The
just
cues
move the
you
mouth.
Would have to know.
that's what I'm saying. That's like writing sheet music because your timing is
Yeah.
everything. So you have probably only the certain times of
They have to hit their beats.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and they still have to interact with
The
human
mouth, the
actors
eyes,
as well.
yeah.
Like you've got what's her
yeah.
name? Not Penny.
April O'Neil.
April
April.
O'Neil. Thank you.
Yeah.
In Ninja Turtles, like they don't have to. I guess interact a lot with regular people, but she still has to have something, I guess, to go off of. And they
Yeah.
are in scenes together where they're talking, and like that mouth has to be saying something so that she can say something back, and like, whoa,
Converse and be
yeah.
And
yeah.
even if you're doing it all like in post, like you're dubbing everything in post,
Right.
Like you,
Which I'm sure they did most of.
Yeah, you still have to operate that mouth to resemble
degree.
the speech pattern.
Absolutely.
Oh, that'd
Absolutely.
be that's so insane.
Have you guys ever heard of Mr. Blobby?
Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby.
No.
And yeah, this honestly this was pulled up, and I had this pulled up to talk about way before we talked about Muppets or Alf or anything. It was something that I just coincidentally wanted to talk about tonight. Mr. Blobby was something that I remember from my childhood in the UK, and he was he was
UK?
part of it's a British thing. He was part of like a variety show. It was the Noel Edmonds show, I believe it was.
Okay.
Noel Edmonds, just kind of like, I don't know if you'd call him like a Letterman or like a little more silly than that, I suppose. But
late night.
not even late night, like kind of variety show, I suppose.
Oh.
Prime time.
Yeah.
And
Like
so-
a Jon Stewart, Steve Colbert.
kind of type thing. And he had this character that was a reoccurring character that was like to get the children to watch with their parents called Mr. Blobby.
Right.
And he was the most terrifying thing on fucking planet Earth.
Like Mr. Bill almost. Like I don't know how old.
No,
but I
Mr.
feel
Bill
like,
was Saturday Night Live, so
Okay.
he was kind of more of just like
An adult.
He was
It
more
was an
adult.
adult thing.
Yeah, Mr. Blobby was definitely directed towards kids.
So it like wasn't like the double like.
I
Trying
don't
to,
know.
Oh.
Maybe they made jokes like on occasion that were, but this was for the kids.
It was for the kids.
It was. And
It looks terrifying.
Yeah, and so this is Mr. Blobby. First, you got to hear like how he talks. Like that's the most scary thing about it.
What are you packing for?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, Blob. There is no point in you packing. You're coming to New York. Sorry. No, it's wall-to-wall stars next week, Blob. You would not fit in New York. I'm sorry. I mean, look at you. They won't understand you. You're just going to represent Great Britain in a totally ridiculous way. And next week it's wall-to-wall star-studded show with great style. I'm sorry, you're not coming to New York.
Mr. Blobby.
I'm sorry, but there's no room on the plane for you. No, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I made it clear.
It's just his voice, though. It's that voice.
It's
is
got an
terrifying.
echo on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Plop, plop.
I don't like it.
Creepy.
You ever see Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Okay, I know you hate it, but he sounds like a less distorted version of a Dalek. Does that make sense?
Isn't he kind of the same shape if you take the legs off?
It's got that echo to it, and like no matter how much sympathy I'm supposed to have for him, like
I can't get past it. No.
Yeah, in this clip, he's like not being able
It's
to go to
like
New York.
annoying enough that you don't want to like it, but you're like,
He's kind of alien proby. It's weird.
Yeah, it's got that alien echo that I think we attribute it to.
Mr. Bobby had a music video back in the day as
He's
well.
a star.
Here we go.
This is when it gets really good, guys.
Blobby.
I mean, it's high tech.
Oh, the build-up is intense.
it's farts. Oh my
Yep. So this is what my childhood is ruined by.
Hey, hey.
Bobby. Pretty dope track.
What?
Oh man.
So a hot lady falling in love with Mr. Blobby. Why shouldn't we?
Washing him.
No, she's giving him an old-fashioned basin bath.
Yeah, she is.
Is his whole body a penis?
No hill too high, no desert too dry, no road too long, no tide too strong, no bridge too far, he's got a car. No slope too steep, no thought too deep, no spar too bright, no squeeze too tight, no tail too tall, no cat too cool, no base too low, he'll give it a go. No end to his talents, no sense of balance.
Mr. Blobby. And this is why America will never be as cool as England, right here.
Badass.
Mr. fucking Blobby, right here.
Well,
you guys don't have no Mr. Blobby.
No, we had
Get
like,
out of here.
We had like Raffi, and that was kind of shitty.
Nah, dude.
Although
I mean,
we
the
had
weirdest thing that I tell people about is Zoobly Zoo, which not a lot of people remember.
Zoombly Zoo.
Zoobly Zoo.
We
How do you spell it?
had.
Z-O-O.
I remember Zoobly Zoo.
I found it.
Yeah,
there it is.
It's creepy.
Zoobly Zoo. It's got to be a bunch of different animals or something.
The intro, the theme song, just do it.
And I wanted
Yeah,
to
no, it was. That's great that you brought this up because that was my whole point of bringing Mr. Blobby up. I'm like, what guys do you remember from like crazy, like unintentionally scary children's characters?
It's so cool, but when you look at it, you're like, that's intense for a
No, fuck.
preschooler. And like,
I have
that's
the
when I
next
was
one.
watching this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it
Everyone in.
It's
Time for the fun to begin. Come along with us to Zoobly Zoo.
What the fuck? I never seen that.
Waiting for you.
This was not on the air by the time I made it to America.
It's amazing.
To Zoobly Zoo.
It's Dr. Seuss like a little bit.
A lot of animals.
It's like a Disney show.
I'm here to lend
It's just Dr. Seuss-ish.
There's daring and adventure when lookout comes to call.
And a kangaroo named Wow who puts music to it all.
Okay, she's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
The kangaroo could get it.
Yeah, kangaroo for sure.
Fuck Gary Schwartz as Bravo Fox. I don't like him.
I feel like Karen Hartman as the cockatoo has got something going on underneath.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Not as hot as the kangaroo.
Ooh, oh no, for sure not.
Hey, her costume was double-breasted though. Hey.
Like the budget for costume and makeup alone.
Zoo.
You know what?
I loved that show.
Kind of into it.
That was
it
convincing.
Was really.
Not gonna lie.
I
It's
have
a
the next one,
crazy
Owen.
kid show, but like it was very like artsy oriented. So
Something that would have scared the heck out of I feel like would scare the heck out of kids. Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah, I remember
that,
Gullah
they had
Gullah.
that giant
yeah,
Muppet frog.
Yeah.
That would have been scary as hell. But I was kind of old enough to be like, this is a dumb guy in a frog costume.
Yeah, not fooling me.
Still,
Look,
honestly, nah.
Mr.
That doesn't compare to Mr. Blobby on the
I wanted to
that's
ask.
Weird. That's just weird.
Does Mr. Blobby
Like
have like chicken
Teletubbies.
pox or something? Why is he spotty like that?
I don't know if that's ever really explained
He's got
in
these,
the,
like,
in the
yellow-
mythos of Mr. Blobby.
What
blotches?
What year was like Mr. Blobby? Because the only other thing that's like creepy like that.
80s. It was.
Because
it was
Teletubbies
80s.
were like 90s.
Yeah, they
Those were
late, but
creepy.
they were later 90s. They were like 96.
But they were creepy.
They're lovable.
Extremely creepy.
It's the baby in the sun that's the creepiest part of that show. It just kind of comes out and it's just like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching you all day.
yeah, fuck off, baby.
That makes me think that the sun is not like a cold, calculating mass of energy, but like a foolish young child ball.
Not knowing what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
You know how babies are. They're fucking
Reckless.
reckless, exactly.
Super destructive.
What could that fucking
Sun baby.
sun do?
I mean, like the magnetic fields, like all those solar flares.
Yeah,
you be fucking things up.
Can't trust that.
I don't want no baby star.
I don't know. What other weird kid shows were we supposed to be like entertained?
I feel like for
Eureka's
Mr.
Castle
I feel
was
like
really good.
For Mr.
Yeah,
for Mr. Blobby, Barney was the closest, like
Sure.
for the United States, like it was the most relative.
Because it's something that scares a lot of kids. Bozo the Clown.
Okay, Bozo does rank up there
Bozo.
as creepy motherfuckers.
Yeah, I felt like he was not really
straight weird.
Yeah, that was he was such a creepy fucking clown.
I was always weirded out. Like, I think I was a little too young when I first saw it. Maybe like I don't know, like 6. I first saw Ren and Stimpy and thinking it was a regular cartoon.
It was
and
an
being
adult
like
cartoon.
but also being like fucked in that like because it is kind of fucked in the,
The
head.
animation
But
is-
it weirded me out.
Well,
in
they-
that same sort of way?
They do like a
snot and,
like
like,
a
hair in the
grotesque,
snot and
a very like grotesque
Oh, they do
animation.
those close-up, grotesque, like
Yeah.
single frame.
I'm pretty sure they had pube tumbleweeds and
Oh
Ren and
yeah.
Stimpy.
Oh yeah, but
Well-
it's like a weird kind of like ew. I don't want that's ew.
Is Ren and Stimpy the one that had the call center? Like, he was like a sex or a phone operator, a sex phone operator.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I get
Ren was.
Yeah.
He was a phone sex operator.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember
Yeah,
that.
It's never really said, but he's got the call lines or some
Yeah,
shit.
and he's on the phone and he's like, "You
That's
like
his
that?"
job. That's his job. He comes
That's
on and
so
he gets
funny.
so angry at the people on the other end of the phone. Yeah.
He's like, "You like it like that?" And he's like, "That's how you want it." And it's
that's how you want. Yeah, I can't do a Ren, but
no, never,
No.
never that.
That's so funny.
we got to move things along because it is time we wrap up the
No
show.
more puppets and Muppets.
No more puppets. No
And
more Muppets.
No more Muppets.
But we have a special treat for you tonight. Even though the Ty isn't here, I think we're going to attempt to do a segment we haven't done in a couple weeks.
Where is Ty?
Oh,
Ty is
yeah.
he's in Canada right now.
Canadian.
He'll be back next.
Canada.
He'll be back next week.
Our home and native land.
Maple syrup and
I was just going along with
mountains
you.
Walnuts.
and weed across the land.
Oh yeah, because they give
Oh,
zero.
Canada.
Oh, Canada, give all your weed for free.
A.
And crown my good in brotherhood. This
Hey.
isn't how the Canadian anthem goes.
A.
Play ball.
Guys, it's time for some verse. That's right, it's time for verse. Good job, Mike.
Get that.
Noble attempt, sir.
Sorry, Ty. I hope I did you justice.
This week's versus, by the way, here we go, is in honor of our good friend John, who was kind enough to join us for tonight's show.
You guys were kind enough to have me.
Well, it's all people named John.
Hey, John on John.
So on this one, I think our first match is going to be between, well, these are a couple juggernauts right here.
Oh.
John C. Riley versus John Goodman.
Oh boy. Oh my. This. Oh. I was just enjoying the echo.
I know you were. We all do.
Man, I which Goodman? Because Goodman got a little thin at some point, but he's also been a big guy. So I guess it would just depend on the Goodman.
Okay. I agree with that. I feel like if you're going with the best Goodman, the toughest Goodman, the hardest Goodman, you got to go with the one from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
That is
evil.
That is an evil Goodman. Maybe even throw in a little 10 Cloverfield Lane if you're feeling a little spicy. But yeah, I want to say that, yeah. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou Goodman is the one I'm nominating for this.
And okay, so if we're gonna go with that Goodman, I say we go with the John C. Riley from King Kong, where he's like the grizzled airplane.
Grizzled airplane, been trapped on the King Kong Skull Island for a long time.
That is a powerhouse. That's an evil Goodman and like a real scrappy John C. Riley.
I'm going Goodman all day on this. I just feel confident that he's got the weight advantage. He's got the
height problem.
He's a tall dude. He's a big man.
What about
he's grizzly?
What about the Goodman from Lebowski?
Okay, well Walter would fuck you up too.
So if we're doing, it's Goodman for me.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
Yeah, it does make sense.
I mean, John C. Riley's gonna put up a good fight. He's
scrappy. Yeah.
He'll get.
There's
I
no
feel like
fear.
he'll get his licks in. I don't know. It'd be a solid fight, but depending on how hard Goodman goes in on the front.
John C. Riley has no fear, but Goodman's gonna probably take care of it. I'm thinking.
All right, we got triple Goodman.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough for a victory. Goodman it is.
John Goodman.
Goodman.
First round, the Goodman wins. Moving on to the second one. This one's tough because it's a battle of the intellects, guys.
Oh.
Think about this one. We've got two very well-versed actors, okay? Two people that have been in not only comedies, but, extensive dramas. One might be a little older than the other. One might be a little funnier than the other.
Oh.
But on this one, we've got two Shakespearean actors in one John Cleese versus John Malkovich. Edge.
So I'm familiar with Malkovich, so I might be biased towards him.
How do you not know who John Cleese is, bro?
I don't. Well, and maybe I do.
Monty Python.
Oh, okay. Wait. Which one in the Mighty Python? Which one?
Showing your age now.
I know.
I'll pull it up.
I'm familiar with the movie. I just don't know which.
John Cleese, you know him from a ton of other stuff.
Shit.
Yeah.
He's older now. He's actually a sir, which does give him points.
Yeah, you're knighted, buddy.
You are knighted. That gives him an automatic sword in the fight. Right? That's the way I look at it.
I believe he might have also been part of the Spanish Inquisition. So.
Yes. That's right.
You know,
Nobody
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
He is very witty, but John Malkovich is a sneaky snake. I feel like
he is a sneaky snake, and I feel like his elements of evil might surpass the wit of Cleese.
He's very cunning, very like.
He'd be conniving.
Yeah.
He would fight dirty too.
Weirdly, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with, even though I don't want to, I'm gonna have to
Right?
say that Malkovich has to take this
See,
one for
that's weird.
myself.
Initially, I was thinking Malkovich, but now that because I'm familiar with John Cleese, I just didn't know who
Sure, yeah.
it was. I would say Mr. Cleese.
All right.
He's
Put him on the board.
tie game. all right.
he's dignified in that way.
Okay. Again, he has a Sir sword.
Yeah.
Right?
But I'm going to go Malkovich because I feel like he'd be smarter in the fight.
I do too.
It'd be like he'd also get in your head. He would have gotten in Cleese's head before the fight. Like at weigh-in, he would have been like fucking with him already. So I'm gonna go Malkovich.
What about you, Janine? It's a tough one. It is a tough one because I do want to go.
I like Cleese better.
Me too. Yeah. I'd rather see Cleese in a movie.
Yeah.
Than Malkovich.
But I mean, if we're talking straight head-to-head fight. Like
We are.
Malkovich is age too. He's younger.
Yeah, he is a good bit younger.
Even though both of them in their prime times, though, I'm going Malkovich.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malkovich.
Malkovich wins the second round. We've got two more.
He's
quick
just
ones.
he's such a crazy actor too. Like he's
Oh, yeah.
so good at being crazy. You can't not
He's got
think.
that death stare.
Yeah.
Where he just like he can look through you and into your soul.
And you're like, you're on the screen. How are you doing that right now?
Yeah. I'm not sure that I would want him if I mean I don't have kids, but if I had kids, he's not babysitting my kids.
No.
John Cleese could babysit my kids.
Oh, he'd be hilarious.
He would be awesome. He'd be the best granddad. Like, oh,
Grandpa
it'd
for
be-
sure.
Yeah.
I would much.
Malkovich grandpa? Mm-mm.
I would much rather hear John Cleese's after fight interview than Malkovich's. Cleese's would be funny.
Yes.
He would probably clown on Malkovich a little bit if he won the fight.
Malkovich,
He's gonna clown on Malkovich even if he loses the fight.
Yeah.
Malkovich is going to go in like very technical and
Precise.
and you're just going to.
All right. We got two more.
Two more rounds?
Two more rounds. Two more quick ones here. We're gonna have to go with my good friend. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. John Stamos versus John Leguizamo.
Oh, this is an easy.
This is an easy one for you, huh, Mike?
Stamos.
You going Stamos right off the bat?
Yeah.
Huh?
Stamos.
Okay.
He's fit. Dude looks good. Like Leguizamo's would be wiry and have that Latin
See,
heat.
yeah, I'm going completely the other way with that. I think that John Leguizamo has done a lot of cop stuff. He's played some more inner street characters. I think he's gonna fuck Jesse from fucking Full House up. And I think that John Leguizamo, even as the pest, could fuck John Stamos up as Jesse from Full House. So
No, because if you're fighting Jesse from Full House, you're fighting Jesse
Two
and
words.
the Rippers.
Son-
And the Rippers.
You're fighting the Rippers too,
No.
bro.
I gotta top this. You ever seen the movie Son of Sam?
No.
All right, Son of Sam is about the serial killer that was in New York, for that period in 1 year. I believe it was like 76 or something like that, right? Might have been, no, I think it was earlier than that. Either way, irrelevant. In that movie, he's banging his wife, and he's put a wig on his wife, and his wife is begging him to put it in her butt.
What? Whoa.
And
okay. All right. Begging?
And not begging, but says you can type thing, right? And he's like, he's got such a good heart because he's got things he needs to do with his life that he cannot, even if it's his wife in a wig, cannot do it, right?
Can't put it
It's
in
like
her butt?
cheating, but
Because he's got that John Leguizamo dick. And he would fuck that shit up.
Oh, he's got a big old
Exactly.
chorizo.
So I'm saying
then
he
he's got
might be your better option in a fight based on dick size.
Oh.
Bro, you know.
Solid logic.
I don't know. I gotta think that Stamos is a big old tan log.
He
right in
does
there.
actually. Stamos does have a big
hog. Just
Stamo.
a
He's a
fucking-
Stamo.
So much yogurt.
He seems like somebody who's cool as a cucumber, and he plays it off. But until if you try him, he's gonna fuck your world up. Because even
You're right.
Even as Jesse and the Rippers, one, like Mikey B said, you got to fight all the Rippers, and then he's got the motorcycle. He's probably in a motorcycle gang. We don't know. Stamos keeps everything low key, bro.
So you guys are both Stamos.
And he was a rocker too. He's probably punched some guy off his stage already.
He's got 4 leather jackets at least.
At least.
What do you feel?
Minimum.
Leather pants too.
You're either gonna make this a tie or you're gonna make a winner out of
A chain wallet.
out of Stamos. Who wants to see Stamos win one more thing? He's won enough in his life. He's a drummer. He's a drummer for the Beach Boys or some shit.
He's got that
He
hair.
doesn't need anything else. John Leguizamo needs to beat that pretty boy's ass.
John Leguizamo was in Romeo and Juliet though. That's a lot.
He fucked shit up in Romeo and Juliet. Are you kidding me?
He did.
Also in Spawn as that weird fat
It's Leguizamo all the way.
Yeah, it's Leguizamo all the way. I guess it has to come out as a tie.
It's a draw.
Draw.
It's an old double knockout.
Double knockout. All right, one more fight. One more fight for the evening.
One more.
This is your main event, folks.
Main event.
The Big Johns. The Big
All right,
Johns.
the Big Johns are coming out tonight. Guys, this is your main event. Let me give you John Wayne.
Oh, man.
Big gun right here. Versus John Cena. That's a tough one. John Wayne versus John Cena. Now, you can take John Wayne in his cowboy ass-kicking prime, but John Cena is a specimen of a human being.
He is a fit man.
Fit man. And as much as John Wayne was a badass, and as much as I'm a wrestling fan, you know I'm going Cena all the way.
Oh, for real?
All day.
Fanboy.
Seriously?
All day.
Huh.
I feel like
I'm trying to think hard about it.
Yeah, I feel like even if John Wayne had a gun, he couldn't even see Cena, so that shot's ruined.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah,
You can't do it.
You know what? Because you never bring a knife to a gunfight, so I feel like Cena would make that mistake. John Wayne's definitely smarter, but John Cena's physical ability and his quickness, because like you said, you can't see him, and John Wayne smoking cigarettes.
John Wayne methodically walked everywhere his entire life.
Yep.
He never ran anywhere.
You know what? And I feel like John Wayne, because he's lived his life very unimpressed, and I feel like he would be unimpressed by John Cena's "You can't see me" mantra, and I think he's gonna find him and hit him right in the head.
So you're going Wayne
with a bullet. Yeah,
You're going Wayne.
I'm going Wayne.
It's up to you, Janine.
Oh. I mean, yeah, logically, if you're doing like a standoff at noon, he's gonna pull his trigger out.
John Cena's human.
Yeah, but what about that 5-knuckle shuffle? What about
Can't see me.
The FU.
Can't see me. I mean,
the AA? Come on.
He could be lickety split.
Oh,
15-time world champion?
Right.
One away from Ric Flair? You're gonna tell me that compares to a couple of fucking Western movies?
I want to see
Out
it.
Couple.
Out of here.
Either way.
Couple. He defined a genre, to be fair.
John Wayne has shot like 20 people solid in front of him, and I don't think John Cena's come close to taking out anything.
John Cena carries a company on his shoulders. Some very large shoulders.
His injured.
Much bigger shoulders.
No, his injured
than John
shoulders.
Wayne's, by the way.
his
I'm
dislocated
Cena.
shoulders.
Okay.
I'm Team Cena for this.
Yeah, I know you are.
You're not
That's-
convincing me. John Cena's been too injury driven. He's been
No. John, he's super Cena. John goes out. He gets an injury. Seriously, this happened. He tore a rotator cuff. They said it was going to be a year and a half before that guy got back in the ring. 8 months.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, that seriously was nuts. Like he's kind of a superhuman. Like he is like the epitome of men's health. And
It's like
also not ever.
Yeah,
been,
it's like, what kind of IV have you been?
no performance enhancing drugs with
No.
him. No steroids. Like he's been like the goody two shoes
his
of that industry
diet,
for
I'm
a while.
sure.
Like nuts.
It's like Wolverine. Like his like repair rate is like way faster than any human being. So
Also, this is where Cena gets him. He's funny.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Way more
Relatable.
True.
Way more charisma.
Speaking on the health side of it, I'm pretty sure if John Cena died right now, he didn't die with like 16 pounds of undigested shit in his bowels.
Exactly.
and tar.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Cena.
Cena. It's Cena.
Yeah.
Cena.
You know what? As we were having this discussion, I was coming around to the idea of Cena.
Yeah, that's right. John Cena is your champion once again.
Now, can I ask?
John
I feel
Wayne
it's
missed him.
appropriate.
Why do I feel like he went with like Latino music for his? Because he's very white
It's
and
him
a
rapping.
Marine.
It's him rapping on it, bro.
Yeah, I know, but the influence.
This is more rap than what I've been hearing in the show throughout.
Yeah, dude, this is more rap than that crap that we played earlier.
You
from
dumped on the
SoundCloud.
Bible.
This is rap.
Yeah. This is real rap. This is
Yeah.
this is the old school stuff.
Oh
Better
yeah.
than that dead ass extension.
Exactly. Oh, that was a good verses, guys. That
Very
was
nice.
really good verses. Thank you for that. Oh, I think
That
it
last
is-
one was tough.
I think it is time we wrap this thing up. It is a late night. I haven't done one of these this late in a while.
Owen.
Am I keeping you guys up? Is that my fault?
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
But as we get out of here, I know that Mikey B probably has something that he wants to
do.
lay on us. Just give me 2 seconds, Mikey.
Oh no, of course. Like I need time to properly
Introduce
yourself. Get into the mood and channel everything.
Oh, do you need an intro to a meditation? Find your center.
Welcome.
And we welcome you again to Mike B's Fortune Cookie of the Week. And I welcome you all again to one of the wisest segments here on Oh No.
Well, we need the wisdom.
The wisdom.
To carry us through the next week.
Yes, and this type of wisdom that you need only comes from within the sweetest cookie. And so your fortune for this week is: the major value in life is not in what you get, but in what you become.
Oh, we as a person are the value.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good one.
That's wonderful.
Well, we make the value out of ourselves
by becoming great individuals.
Absolutely.
We can have caring for others, but we have to care for ourselves initially.
It's not what it said at all.
No, I'm just going with the.
No, you.
I don't know.
You will take pride in becoming a loving person and in being a giving, caring individual, much more than any of the things you would get or acquire in life, the material possessions that you obtain.
Nothing tangible.
Yeah, so it's about becoming great, not owning great things. This is the wisdom from the cookie.
I love that.
Sometimes we need a bit of fortune cookie wisdom, Mikey, and I very much thank you for continuing that tradition. I'll say that over the past couple weeks, I've had Chinese food a couple of times. And I do have a stockpile of fortune cookies. Like every time Teresa goes to eat one, I'm like, nope, like, get it out.
No, you can.
Mikey might need that later.
She can eat the cookie. Just make her set aside the, the fortune.
Just do a jar of fortune.
Is it a real fortune though if you don't open the cookie yourself, Mikey?
Tis true.
I do not believe that is your fortune. I believe that would be Teresa's fortune that
is.
she is therefore reading.
But-
Don't agree.
But
Yeah,
She
opening
just
the
wants the
cookie.
cookie.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
the wisdom.
That's the fortune.
That's the thing, though. The wisdom is eternal. It doesn't matter the lips that are spoken from. As long as you speak the wisdom truly, then the wisdom is there.
Aren't there lucky numbers on the back of the?
Oh, there are.
Isn't that how it's supposed to be tied in a little bit? Because I always look for the back of it, like
the lucky numbers. Yeah, you do. You used to give us some lucky numbers. What are your lucky numbers?
All right. So, lucky numbers. Gonna channel some, just pull some out of the wisest air. 32, 25, 8, 46, 33, and 55.
You pulled that one. Ooh.
Oh, it came quick.
Shiggity swatch.
Yeah,
55.
Just 55.
Well,
Right on.
On that note, I think it is time that we wrap this thing up for the evening, guys. It's been fun. John, thank you so much for stopping in.
This has been a blast, man.
Hey, I'm sorry if we didn't get enough chance to talk about your show and what you guys do, but hey, we'll promote the stuff in the Facebook group and we'll put it in the show descriptions and all that crap.
Yeah.
Janine, thank you.
It's a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know what? Good replacement for Ty. Better looking replacement. You know.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Just gotta learn to do the versus thing, and she's like totally like good to go. Yeah. How low can you get your voice?
That it. Yeah. For Ty,
What do I
that
need?
is-
Like a low grumble?
He's got a pretty low.
You got to get real wizardy.
You gotta start wearing a lot of rings, like a lot of wizard
more
rings.
rings.
A lot more rings.
Yeah.
His voice is so low.
Oh, I mean,
it's
I can be a
unidentifiable.
straight hippie. It's fine.
How cold-blooded are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's also part lizard.
Yeah.
He's lizardy.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you guys having me on. And Owen, you're coming for a backyard session?
Absolutely. What are we doing that? Is that the I got it written down
That's
on
in
there.
about 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
What was it, 26?
The 26th.
Yep,
Yeah. So
yep.
in about 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to be coming on and talking to me and Rocky from What's the Fuss.
That'll be fun as hell. I can't wait to see Rocky again, and we'll definitely do that. Backyard Sessions, if you haven't heard of it, is a part of Funny to Informing, or you guys release it on the same RSS feed.
Yeah,
the
you
same
find it within
channel,
there.
right?
Yeah, easy to find.
Again, Funny to Informing. Great podcast. I love having other podcasters in because it's always just so nice to. It's so much easier than when you have like douchebag guests that like, yeah, here they have something to actually
Take over the
promote.
show.
Like, no,
I'm the captain of the shit ship now. Look at me.
Daniel.
Even just like even the musicians that we've had in or comedians that we've had in that don't really get the podcast thing, right? And it's always refreshing to have somebody that just knows what the general idea is. And you, sir, are you provided great content and have been a great, had a great time with you tonight. So.
I'm
Hey,
oh, thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. I'm only a year and a half into doing it now, but
Keep it up.
hopefully, like 6 years from now, where I'm like where you're at.
No, we developed very slow.
Once again, ladies, John Hannan.
Yeah.
So Funny to Informing all over iTunes, anywhere you find your podcast. Where else can anybody? What else do you want to promote?
Facebook and Instagram.com/funnytoinforming.
There you go.
Yeah, it's Spotify,
Perfect.
Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all of it. Thank you.
Mikey, it's time we get out of here.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Let's play some more Turbo Wolf. I've been digging it this evening.
Turbo Wolf.
It's a good name. Guys, it's been fun. As always, we'll see you next week. Thursday night, 8:30, twitch.tv/ONRS live. Join our Patreon, Patreon/ONRS, whatever the hell that is.
Send us your money.
Send us your money. We love them.
Cha-ching.
And
I'll
as all-
and show up at your house just